Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight, we have something that is what I would call a little out of my wheelhouse tonight. I think Sam can attest to that. We are joined by Sam tonight. Sam is a member of the Card Guys. He is also a very well-known Gravy player. He's put up some pretty good results playing the deck, and I feel like he's done a few pretty cool, innovative things with the deck. Sam, how are you? Thanks for being here, man.
I'm doing pretty well. A little bit melancholy from yesterday, but optimistic going forward.
I think everybody's either over the moon about yesterday or everybody's very cautiously optimistic moving forward with how they see the meta and how things are going to be changing. For anybody who missed it, there was a banned and restricted announcement yesterday, and if you missed it, then I have a lot of questions because that was basically feels like the only thing that happened yesterday in the world of Flesh and Blood is what we spent most of the night talking about. So,
oh yeah.
But Gravy Bones took a big hit with 6 tipples getting banned, both red and yellow. I think there are a few people who are pretty doom and gloom about what the deck's output looks like moving forward. Sam, what are your initial takes? How bad do you think it is with tipples getting hit like that?
It's a definite hit to the deck.
Mhm.
I don't think it's something that you can't recover from, though, and we'll kind of get into that in a minute about the direction the deck may take. And I have a few ideas other than the one we're going to talk about tonight that maybe down the road, if someone can really squeeze the max out of it, maybe the ultimate way that we take Gravy. But as like a knee-jerk reaction, my first thought is let's take this back to what was more of an earlier iteration when the deck first came out, and we were working on it for Nationals, and kind of go with this archetype instead. So we'll show you that tonight. It should be a good time.
Okay, awesome. I love it. One of the first questions that I got, now this is this is more for me than the viewers, I think, but the card on the screen right now is Riches of Tropeldani. This is a card that has known a pretty high price point since its release in High Seas, and has seen play in more than a couple of decks. It's seeing play across a few heroes in CC right now. Not all of them are at the top of the metagame, but it does see play in a few heroes. Do you think there's a world where Gravy Bones moves to playing Riches of Tropeldani for gold generation?
So I would say personally, I'm not too high on Riches.
Okay.
There are 3 reasons for that mostly. The first is it's a yellow that has to be pitched. While that's something you do from time to time in this deck, it is never ideal. If you can't pitch a blue, you're normally pretty upset about it. Second is it's a no block, and there are plenty of no blocks in the deck. You really don't want to raise that number.
Okay.
And it kind of takes me to the third point of if there is going to be a no block in your deck, it has to have a very good reason for being in your deck to begin with. Obviously, the main game plan is all the allies and getting them in a grave to kind of pseudo have 5-card hands all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really do that with Riches. And we'll kind of get into a Riches-like cards. I have added a couple of the amulets back into the deck. The no block factor on those cards is a little bit less demanding because of their ability to be discarded for watery grave effects, which you can't do with Riches, and that's also a really big detriment.
Okay.
There are definitely times where I want the consistency out of the deck to be able to just discard the watery grave card, and it doesn't always have to be an ally this way. And this way we can raise the blue count of the deck and keep it a little bit more consistent. So that's kind of the direction we're going for.
It makes sense. So if you're like me and you thought that Riches of Tropeldani might be a good add to Gravy Bones, it sounds like Sam is here to put us on the right path and say that the answer is no. So I'm glad we got that question out of the way early. Taking a look, this is the list that Sam has put together. Now, I gotta tell y'all, normally I am someone who likes to keep my sideboard guide to myself. I don't share it very publicly very often, but man, Sam and Emma have spoiled us to death. Emma gave us a complete puffin guide with a full sideboard list. Sam has done the exact same thing for us. So remember, when y'all are seeing lists out here with a full sideboard guide, just remember Sam's out here taking care of us. So
this is actually a really important part of my deck building process, and Emma and I kind of took this from each other to a degree.
Okay.
When I'm looking for cards that I want to cut, one of the first indications of that is, am I cutting it for a lot of matchups? So one of the ways I like to build the deck is back forward sometimes, where you do all of your matchup spreads and you notice, hey, I'm taking out this card that's kind of a tech piece in 80% of my matchups, and the ones I'm keeping it in for aren't super relevant to the meta. We're just going to cut it from the deck.
Okay.
So almost all of my decks will come with a sideboard guide like this. If you guys follow any of the content that I put out, almost always there's a sideboard guide ready to roll for just about every single hero. So I think if you're going to be deck building, it's a really excellent place to really trim the fat from your deck.
Okay, that's awesome. I think that's a really great tip that I think, a lot of people have maybe never considered. So I think that's a pretty good way to approach deck building. For anybody who does not know, Sam and the Card Guys put out content regularly on their YouTube channel and on their Patreon. You might know him from the Breakpoints podcast, which we have a new episode coming out pretty soon tonight. I've been told we're currently waiting on Taylor to do some of his like magic editing that he does. But make sure you check that out. I have no idea if it's like patreon.com/the Card Guys. I don't know how that works.
I'm pretty sure that's it. It's just the Card Guys, but
there we go. First try. You love to see it. Okay.
If not, I think Kyle is in here and he can correct us.
Okay. Even better. It's even better. Kyle can hit us with a link. It's perfect. Okay. So taking a look at the deck, I think there's a few cards that stand out to me that I kind of want to talk about up front. And then I think you'll do a good job of filling in the gaps. So Loan Shark is a card that I feel like most pirate decks have traditionally stayed away from playing. Maybe not Marlin, but some of the other decks have really stayed away from playing this card just because of its like, downside and the fact that like you don't really like it's kind of feels almost like riches, I guess. You don't really want to discard it. Like you'd rather be playing the card and doing things like that. So walk me through this card and what role it fills with Tipple's gone.
Oh, yeah, to kind of answer this question, I look at the Tipples being removed from the deck and what are the main things that Tipple provides the deck. It provides a discard outlet, gold generation, and damage. So in order to address the severe loss of gold generation that kind of Tipple does, Tipple also associates with a free hook activation. It also gives you a free discard that we're now lacking. So I've heard people throw out crazy numbers like now we're missing 18 gold, which isn't like quite what it feels like. It's probably closer to maybe 6 to 9 discards in a game. Because a lot of the time, like they mentioned in the BNR, you're using this excess gold to like hit the peak of what your deck can provide by drawing off of gold. So you don't actually need all of those discards, and it was a bit egregious to be able to like amount this much gold and also attack your opponent at the same time. So if we want to include a similar level of gold generation to the deck, three Loan Sharks will do exactly that.
Okay. Awesome. So it sounds like it fulfills that role of like just generating gold tokens. Even if it does have a downside, it still fits into like the game plan for making gold at least.
It gives you like a pseudo third gold if you can actually get the hook activation off too. So I think as time goes on, this may be a card I trim on, but for now, I'm pretty certain that at this point, it has to stay in the deck unless we're going to a much lower ally count overall.
Okay. No, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, it also works as like a 3-block, I suppose. So like if your hand's like a little weird, you could block 3 with it in a pinch if you needed to.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Taking a look at the rest of the deck. Now, a lot of this stuff is, business as usual. Oh, blues that do things and gain resources. We're so cool. I think maybe this one is just me. Maybe this is my lack of knowledge on the gravy deck, but I feel like Scuba has been more of a tech sideboard ally, like to combat the gravy mirror almost over the last month or two, and maybe not seen as much main deck play, but I've noticed you got 2 in the main deck. Am I wrong? Is there a reason for this?
So this goes back to the same idea with Tipple being removed from the deck. How are we going to generate enough gold and deal damage at the same time? One of the main things that Scuba does is it's guaranteed hook activation every time you can actually fulfill the effect on him. And we're main decking Prismatic Ley Lines in my list now, so you always hopefully have a good target engraved to recycle and increase your deck density of damage.
Okay.
It also is a 4 health ally, which is a lot more important than I think a lot of people realize. If you're not explicitly playing against a Guardian, 4 health is normally a really tall ask. It's a lot harder than 3. There are a lot of decks in the meta that have this like head jab like start to their turn no matter what they do. So 3 isn't really hard to get over. And if you're playing against Guardian, you're already in a really good spot anyway.
Facts.
Scuba just kind of like compounds the effect of that. So in order to keep that kind of consistency in the deck of I'm generating gold, I'm getting hook activations off, I've really liked the consistency that Scuba provides.
Okay, so it sounds like it just like gives us the effect to use a lot of the key tools, almost in like some sense, maybe replacing some of the effect of Golden Tipple that it had throughout the course of some of the turns. But you mentioned it having like a bigger butt than some of the other allies, and it having 4 health is like pretty relevant. I think most people would play a Titan's Fist that made you a gold when you attacked with it, and recycled cards into the bottom. Like if I could recycle Golden Suns, make gold, and attack with Titan's Fist, dude. LSS, watch out if we ever get a hammer like that, dude. Like everybody's done. That would be insane.
Could you imagine?
No.
Miller's just like on Clash, make a gold.
Oh my gosh. Oh my lord. I'm telling you, Victor would be LL by now. Like we might have persevered through the new meta if that had been the case. Like that would have been crazy. Oh, I like where your head's at, Sam. This is a good start to the stream. The other card in the main deck that really stands out to me is Blue Flying High. Like last night when we were chatting about this, we were talking about like some like draft chaff, from like high seas. And I feel like this card has some like situationally good spots, but I think most people know this card from drafting at their nationals or drafting at the Pro Tour, whatever it was. How does this card fit in, and why a 2 of here?
So what I was doing in testing this morning while I was working through this deck is I started with blue block 3s that have Go Again. And I really wasn't happy with the results I was getting out of those cards. It was Seafloor Salvage before this, which is, we need more gold generation. It doesn't do anything offensively. Flying High has a really high ceiling that when you are able to stick an ally and keep it there for more than just the one turn, it goes bananas.
Okay.
And in these endgame scenarios, it also functions sort of like a Vasti at the same time. And having more copies late game of a Vasti with your ROM is extremely impactful for those last pushes you need to have the double ally swing and not let your opponent kind of work their way back into the game. So a lot of what I've done with retooling this deck is raising the consistency of the deck and also the ability to kind of like drag the game out a little bit longer with hopefully better blocking values or value generation turn to turn, and hit these kind of spike turns where you have the double ally swing. That's kind of the most powerful thing the deck can do right now, other than like Conk, Sloop, Rigor Mortis.
Okay.
Which is like crazy high roll type stuff, and you need a ton of gold to do that.
Sure.
Which right now is kind of difficult to generate enough gold to do those kind of crazy turns. So that you'll notice as well for people who play a lot of Gravy, the blue count in this deck is about 3 or 4 higher than you would expect. Part of that is coming from the addition of these Flying Highs, and another part is adding 36. In a couple of amulets. Yeah, it's higher. So in order to also kind of offset what should end up being maybe 1 or 2 less allies, I also am trying to include these amulets, because as you'll notice, we are way up on the Bones cards. We have 4 copies of Restless Bones, 2 blue and 2 red, and 3 copies of Jittery Bones. And in order to turn these on, you need cards with Watery Grave. Now, the blue ones don't always line up, and they get pitched back to the bottom, but so do these amulets. And combining a late game amulet on top of your deck with one of these is a really good way to starter. You go like Prismatic, Jittery Bones for 5, play your ally, you play your Flying High, swing an ally, summon an ally, swing another ally, if you have like a RUM as well. So you can even, like, if you're in a pinch and you're running out of like action point generation at the end of the game, you can play this Flying High and then play Jittery Bones. It's like a 2-card 3 that starts your turn. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes it's like all you really need to like get that final push over the finish line.
Sure. Absolutely. Being able to extend your turns in a deck that adds to the board is a very, very powerful concept. And, a deck that we saw do this, over the last, like, I would say a couple of years of the game was Dromai. Dromai was able to, like, add to the board, extend a turn, and, like, kind of continue to, like, push in a big way. So it makes sense that it fits in here. It also just kind of feels like a different version of Vasti in certain spots. Except, I mean, being able to give the Jittery Bones or like, the Restless Bones, like Go Again, like just being able to give anything Go Again seems kind of cool.
Yeah, it gives you that little bit of flexibility, which I found to be somewhat impactful. Right now, it's kind of like, if there are cards that are going to be cut, Flying High is kind of on the top of that list, alongside probably the 3rd copy of Lone Shark. Maybe as the deck kind of develops and you clean it up and trim the fat a little bit and kind of get better with the iterations, we see this card kind of go to the wayside and bring in some more offensive power. But
okay,
how this is iterated right now is max consistency, We're gonna do the thing that makes Gravy powerful as much as we can, and pray we get there against aggro decks.
All right. All right. I'm here for it. Pray we gets there against aggro decks. I cannot wait to beat like an Iro or a Slippy tonight or something like that on stream. It'll be a lot of fun. Taking a look at our sideboard, we kind of have like a smattering of different cards here that we can kind of select from. And a lot of these are, like they kind of stand out. Like Blood in the Water, Red Swell. I feel like even like the third Scuba, the Prismatic Leyline, like all these things kind of jump out here. There are a couple of sideboard cards that stand out to me here that I kind of want to talk about. And I feel like this has been a more recent iteration of the deck, and I've just not seen it because I've had my head buried in the sand trying to pretend like Gravy doesn't exist playing Victor over the last like month. But you're on Null Room Boots and Hood. I know that for a while there were a lot of Gravy decks that were just on AB1. Is there a reason we've decided to go to AB2, or is that more of a consistent game plan recently?
So that's something that I personally have believed is the best way to actually convert completely against Verdance and Acilio.
Okay.
If you're concerned about Kano, I think AB3 is correct, and I would put Gloves in the deck. But Kano's not real; he can't hurt me. And
yes, yes.
I personally find that even though it's only AB2, it really makes the kill threshold against Verdance way higher than you would think. Stopping them from chipping you down for like 6 arcane repeatedly is I think one of the main falling points of early Gravy strategies into Verdance. I think you can get away with AB1, but I personally feel like AB2 has been better for me. I also like it into Acilio, so I can't just get Mind Warped off 2 cards and lose everything in my hand.
Okay. No, that makes a lot of sense. I think having some number of AB2 has felt pretty good for Victor as well. Into like Verdance and Acilio, I think it's almost kind of like a necessary evil for certain decks in the meta. And especially like with Gravy Bones slowing down a little bit, it's possible that, we need that extra room to be able to like reach later in the game. Another card that really stands out to me is Base of the Mountain. This is a card that I feel like hasn't seen a ton of play since its release. Like, don't get me wrong, like it's not been out that long. MPG just came out like last month. What are you looking to use Base of the Mountain for in the sideboard of Gravy Bones?
So I would understand for some people to not include this card. I think at a glance it doesn't seem incredible. The big thing that this does is it lets you block with allies from hand, which people don't know. Or if people don't know, you can block with an ally from hand. It will go to the Wonder Grave. It will not flip down. It'll be playable. So if you are playing against Dorinthia and you don't want to turn on Reprise, but they've got 5 counters on Dawnblade, you just don't summon an ally. Next turn, you drop Base of the Mountain, drop your whole grip. If they can't get over 13 without Reprise, it's kind of boned. So
okay,
it makes the Dory matchup very playable. I think a lot of people look at Dory being like 100%er in a Gravy Bones, and I don't think it's even close to that. I think it's slightly unfavored with Base on the Mountain in the deck.
Okay.
Another application is against Prism. One of the problems against Prism is if you don't have an ally on board, sometimes it's difficult to stop that first Herald hitting. It can also help you get around Herald of Erudition having Dominate. If they line up, they throw Dreamweavers into Erudition and they've got a Wrath, you can actually just cover 8 from hand. And if you have like 1 blue that kind of starts your turn, you're in business still. Or if you arsenaled 1, like you're playing towards this kind of game state, you can still have a very functional turn and stop Prism from getting that initial hit, which is typically what is the most important. That matchup has kind of like evolved a lot recently, where their main game plan is actually to try and fatigue and also ping you to death with Ravages. So it gets a little wonky how you want to play this matchup in general, but I found that Base has been a good consistency piece for making that matchup go smoothly.
Okay, gotcha. So it sounds like it has a few applications of like where it's actually seeing play. It's not just like one thing here or there. We're not just like jamming it in our sideboard to stop Marlin so we can shut Taylor up and things like that. Like
so it doesn't work against Overpower. That's a good thing to note.
I knew that. I learned that lesson in a good way for me one time, actually.
And I see that Steven's asking, he thought that Watery Grave did trigger. So, with the way Watery Grave reads, you would think that the allies would go to Graveyard and flip face down because they are in the arena and on the combat chain. But there was an errata on the release of High Seas that specifically mentions that if an ally is on the combat chain, it does not flip face down. So you cannot get like provoked and have this hit the combat chain and then go into Watery Grave. In fact, it just makes you like effectively discard a card that you may have wanted to discard anyway.
Huh. Interesting. That's a really cool interaction. I don't know if you saw that, but Steven also said, no yo ho ho in the deck. This can't be real.
I did see that. I'm not going to say that I didn't think yo ho ho would make the deck at all. I did try it this morning. Didn't like it.
Okay. All right.
It's another way to get that 1 point of damage in a gold generation kind of on hit. It's kind of good with like Rigor Mortis or Sawbone specifically. But that's kind of where it stops. Everything else kind of has either a natural breakpoint or won't make a breakpoint with this edition.
Okay.
It's not my favorite card to put in the deck, but it is a blue block 3 with Go Again, so it could make its way into the deck. It's possible.
So you're saying it might be better than Scrub the deck?
Oh, I mean, Scrub the deck is oh, that card is crazy. I can't wait to put that in my deck.
If you have not, when it comes out, please watch tonight's episode of Breakpoints. There's a lot of inside jokes I'm going to make throughout the stream tonight from when we were recording now. Oh, man. And then I think the last card that really stands out to me here is Ruby Amulet. Is this to fulfill like Watery Grave targets? Is this for the resources? Like, I don't feel like I've seen this card a lot in Gravy Bones. I've seen the untap one, I've been seeing the action point one, but I haven't seen Ruby Amulet. So like, where does this fit into the deck?
This one may be a little bit more of a pet card for me, but I find that there are two big reasons why I like this card. And it kind of lines up for me a lot. One of the really cool plays that this card provides is when you're in a late game scenario and you finally want to get your Humperdinck and a second ally established with Go Again, it can be really difficult to get enough resources to actively do that.
Okay.
One of the ways you could do that before was by pitching into gold. However, not exactly as abundant as it used to be.
Sure.
Ruby Amulet makes it so that you get 2 extra resources and you don't have to play a blue card in order to summon things from the Watery Grave. Because when you destroy the amulet, it goes to grave, you see a blue under the graveyard, even though you didn't play one, it still turns on your ability to play things from the grave.
Ooh, so even though it turns upside down, we still get the gravy effect there?
It sure does.
Oh, exactly. That's really cool.
So it lets you have a lot more consistency in the late game when you've shuffled your deck maybe a couple times to play Call to the Grave and you're not quite sure if you're going to draw all blues and you need to summon Humperdinck. It gives you that kind of consistency that you're going to be able to do it kind of no matter what. Okay. The other really cool play that this card provides is if you're in kind of like a mid-range kind of like stalemate and you're trying to work your way towards hitting, you're getting kind of low, you got to lock in order to find a way to get a bit of wiggle room, you can just crack Ruby Amulet, and then you can play and swing a Rigor Mortis. Just a 0-card Rigor Mortis. So if you have the room to like set up this amulet early, it gives you a lot of leeway down the line.
Okay, no, that sounds awesome. I don't know how much chat you're able to see here, but Steven, in all caps, Scrub the deck hype is real. Thank you. I'll be here all week. If somebody could clip this and send it to Taylor, that would be great for me. Just by itself would be absolutely perfect.
So I do see Cardfight King ask the question.
Yep, I was getting ready to ask you that. Go ahead.
Yeah, if they think that we could get give no quarterback in the deck and have a higher ally count. So I think a lot of what makes Gravy very powerful is summoning exactly one ally a turn and presenting at least 12 damage. Because your opponent has to leak if they want to clear the ally. So presenting this fork every turn cycle is extremely important. And give no quarter, summoning 2 allies at once and not swinging is really, really good at just fatiguing yourself and not actually progressing the game state towards a win. The reason I have one in the deck is for exactly super late game scenarios where I'm trying to summon Humperdinck plus a second ally in conjunction with rum and a go again source, whether that's either Diamond Amulet or like G or Flying High. It doesn't really matter. But in order to be able to have the resources to summon 2 in one turn, Give No Quarter is very good. But that's not something you can set up regularly. It's something that you can work towards as like a general game state and have this as your like late game win con. But as far as doing this like turn 2, 4, 6, 8 of a game, virtually impossible to do with any level of consistency.
So, is there a world where second cycle we could potentially set up a hand that would allow us to go Give No Quarter, put Whaler Humperdinck into play, use a rum and attack with it, and then put something like a Rigor Mortis in play, or even a Scuba, just putting something else in play?
Oh yeah, that's exactly the game state you're going for. In fact, you're not looking to rum the attack. You're trying to go again in any other way that they do, and use the rum to summon another ally, so you can swing both. And that's kind of like the late game end goal of I'm going to send 11 plus 4 or 6 at you, and if you are below 10, that's game over. It doesn't matter.
That's so crazy. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. If that happened to me, I'd probably just scoop it up out of frustration right there. I think that might. Think that might be it.
that's. You don't want to play fatigue against me because that's like win call.
I like it. Listen, I've tried to fatigue Gravy a few times, and I got to tell you, the only way it works is if they have the most abhorrent draws in the world, or they don't know what's going on. That's like the only 2 ways you can fatigue a Gravy, in my opinion. Like, it's so hard to do because even like what I would consider a lot of like mediocre Gravies would like stumble their way into like a power turn at some point and put you on the back foot. It's so tough to keep up with both.
Yeah. I will say the EA of Give No Quarter is fire. Chat is 100% correct.
All right.
Looks awesome.
Let's go.
And if you were lucky enough to get your signed in Singapore when the artist was there, even more reason to run more. I will fault you for it.
Listen, that's the real reason we all play cards. We have shiny cardboard for cards. And I think, I might be quoting Sam, I play better when my cards are shiny. So, listen, I'm not saying that being rich is the key to winning at card games, but there could be something there. So just keep an eye on that.
All I'm saying is every time I do well with a deck, it's looking very pretty. It's I don't know what it is.
Listen, you had a very, very shiny Enigma deck for a long time. So listen, I completely understand. Are there any cards that I skipped over that you think might have like bigger impact than like maybe we should be talking about?
I guess the very last thing, since we kind of covered all the bones, is Prismatic Leyline's use in the deck.
Okay.
This is not like a new piece of tech. It is something I'm kind of late to adopt because I felt it was a bit of a crutch. With Tipple being gone, it adds normally 3 to 5 damage every time you cast it. Sometimes the stars align and you get the full 6 and it's awesome, but most of the time, if we can get 5 out of it, we're happy. I'm even happy to get 2 out of it sometimes if it's on a Scuba turn and I can recycle it immediately.
Okay.
Which is the main purpose of this card, is to add damage to the deck in a very synced manner. There are more blue starters in this deck than there are in the previous iterations. In fact, there's 4 to 5, depending on what kind of list you're running.
Okay.
And that helps make Leyline more consistent as well, because if anyone tries to actually fatigue you, and you are playing the sideboard that I have set up, where you're bringing in 3 Scoob, 3 Prismatic Leyline, and Humperdinck, it's like impossible to fatigue from like.
Okay.
If we're being completely honest.
Yeah.
I had a game today where I played against a full fatigue Rhinar. They were playing like unmovable Sink and rolling scabs, and every turn he would hit 4 and kill my board. And it didn't matter at all because I played Prismatic Leyline 8 times. You just can't stop that amount of damage.
That's insane. Yeah.
So recycling this card with Scuba that's like your primary target, and it's extremely powerful.
So you would say that even if your turn is like play a blue, play Leyline, put Scuba into play and attack and recycle the Leyline, you're okay with that. You're okay with it just being a 0 for 2 if you're getting that value out of it.
If I'm into a fatigue deck and I don't have another card to bottom, I will absolutely do that.
Okay.
It is just a 2 card or a 2 pump, which you're playing a yellow that's kind of on rate already for a yellow card. It's not the best. But what it does is it gives you 2 damage to your total deck. And having this certain threshold of every turn I'm presenting that 12 damage, like I mentioned earlier, is
Mhm.
really the key to not being ever fatigued, because your opponent has to leak damage in order to clear your board.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm very excited to see what you've put together here. How it feels tonight. Are you ready to play some Gravy Bones, dude?
Oh yeah,
The
I didn't get
question
enough of it today. Let me tell you.
the question should be, am I ready to play Gravy Bones? I feel like is the more apt question. I guess we can play in the open CC format so that people can play with some of the new cards. Might be fun to like see some like new Super Slam cards. Because there's
Sure.
been some official like spoilers, so we can play an open CC and just kind of see what happens tonight. Should be a good time. I
Yeah, here's hoping we don't get like a Zephyr Needle Ira come into us or something.
bro,
But
I swear. Dude, I have to say, I hope that whoever joins and sees my name and Gravy Bones is like, what when they join?
hey man, I'm really happy that you're actually taking the time to like dive into this deck, because it's intimidating for a lot of people, I think, with
Sure.
how crazy difficult this deck is. Like I think I've said it a few times now, where I think this is probably the most difficult deck to get to 100% on that they've ever printed. That might be like, I know Arsenal Pass kind of talked about this last week, or they like, at least Hayden doesn't necessarily agree. I think Could said it was like top 5 or something for him, which I think is respectable anyway. They thought that Dromai was more difficult, but
Okay.
besides the point, it's a very, very hard deck. There are a lot of things to manage at the same time. You can pitch stack if you want to, keeping track of your total damage in deck, how many allies you've spent. All these kind of things are something you have to constantly be aware of, and it's not an easy thing to do while you're also trying to play Flesh and Blood, one of the hardest card games that exists.
Tell me about
So,
it, dude. Tell me about it. We're worried about doing all this, and I can't count the Macho Grande, dog. It's gonna be a long night. Oh, let's jump over here. So we've got both of us on the sides here. If it takes a while to find the game, we might just jump into like a regular CC game, and just kind of see if we can find something that way. Urzian asks, "Is Gravy dead?" I think the hard
Definitely
answer
not.
there is no. I think Gravy is very much alive. I think it's gonna take I think it's gonna take a little bit of time for people to put together what Gravy Bones is gonna look like with this post Tipple world. But I think we have a very good shot at trying to push forward and find that out tonight. Should be good for everybody.
Trashy Panda asks if Last Ditch Effort is something to consider. I think it's not a necessarily bad card. I think that you are limited on slots in this deck that don't innately have Go Again in order to stop yourself from breaking. I think right now I wouldn't put it in my deck. I wouldn't say I would never put it in my deck, because it is a very powerful endgame tool. But with the amount of ley lines and the fact that I'm in the sideboard, I don't feel as weak to fatigue to need a card like Last Ditch Effort. But the Calling Kansas City list from Evan Herndon was running Last Ditch Effort, and
Ooh.
he was actually able to set it up in some of his games in Swiss. I don't think it's a bad card at all.
Last Ditch Effort is one of those cards that I feel like always kind of impresses me when I see it. I like the card a lot, and I like the just like the role that it plays.
Go.
But
You love to see it.
we want to go first or second? All right, we want to go first. Hey, I missed these a minute ago. Johannes, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube, and Flo underscore JGL. What a cool name. Thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that, guys. Let's sideboard here, and we'll ask the questions. We've never had the chance to ask Sam our questions. I'm sure he's answered them at some point in time, but we're gonna ask him. All right, so we have Mario,
We certainly do.
Crown of Providence. We want to be on Mage Master Boots here as well.
Yes.
Okay, and then
So
go
Mario
ahead.
has a very hard time actually dealing with ally snowball on board. So if you can actually put a couple of them on board, it's very difficult and very typically cost intensive. They don't normally like to swing daggers at allies. They like to swing them at you and then pump them a ton.
Okay,
So getting a lot of allies on board, and of course Chum is kind of like the most important things of this matchup. There are some variants of Arachne that will try to drag you to fatigue, and that is why we're boarding into 63, having all of the ley lines and all of the scubas in here. 4 is also a very hard threshold for Assassin to hit. That means they have to normally commit 2 cards in order to kill Scuba.
Okay.
Oh, ooh, we got a good hand. All right.
Yo.
All right, so let's compass first.
Okay.
All right, not bad. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play the Jittery Bones, and we're gonna discard the Sawbones.
Okay. I mean, there was a chance we just found it off the top, right? Like we just found the ally off
yeah.
the top of the deck, and we were just like in there, right?
One of the big upticks for this deck is if you're running all these Jittery Bones cards and Restless Bones cards instead of the Tipples, the damage output of the deck is actually higher now, but you don't make the gold. Ooh, we get a codex. That's also
Yo, you love to see that. I'm assuming we're gonna break the combat chain, put Sawbones into play, and attack with it, and then Arsenal the Loan Shark.
I think we're gonna play the Loan Shark.
Ooh, okay.
And we're not gonna summon him just yet.
So we're gonna play Loan Shark.
It would be a very good target to start off the game with, but this lets us have a guaranteed starter in Arsenal, and we have 2 gold to work with, so if we draw something that's not great next turn, we can already start working to get things out of our hand with gravy.
Okay.
So I would just pass at this point. They're probably going to have... Normally Mario's very first turn isn't incredible.
Okay.
It has to do with some kind of flicking of the dagger and like kind of setting up.
Sure.
So I'm not worried about taking damage to face on this very first turn.
Okay. That sounds good.
And one of the lessons for beginner gravies that I like to teach is trading damage for the ability to summon allies is the very best thing you can do at the start of the game.
Okay. So they're
so I'm gonna
attacking
compass
us.
First.
I was like, we
Yeah,
should
we're gonna
compass
first.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Another Loan Shark on top.
This one is a little bit superfluous, so we're probably going to chart this away since we have excess blues.
Okay.
I'm not super interested in blocking this first dagger.
Okay.
That's also 2 codexes gone for the first cycle, so this is also looking pretty good.
You love to see it. You love when they have a clunker to start the game.
Oh, this is sick. Oh, ho, ho! Ho, ho!
Are we just no blocking here? Or do we want to block with like Jittery Bones?
I think we're no blocking this here. If they're going to throw anything else, if they had a pump, they would have already thrown it.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and take another one. Are they going to pass? Wow, okay, sick. So instead of playing the other Loan Shark here, I would rather just play the chart and pray that we get like double gold off the top and not even a blue. That'd be the best.
Okay.
Go ahead and let it rip.
All right, so we play chart. And
Ooh!
and we hit a Sawbones.
We're cooking.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Oh.
We're on fire. Dude, this deck's so easy. I'm kidding.
So we actually have the resources to summon both Sawbones, and I'm good with committing that. I think. Let's see, they have red back, which means that they could deal with both of them, but it's still going to be pretty difficult. So that doesn't mean we get to do like 12 damage though. So I think we could do 1, 2, 3. We got 1 off the top. Yeah, so I'm gonna resolve. I want to resolve a Sawbone.
Okay. Pitching a Jittery Bones.
Yeah, pitch the Jittery Bones.
Okay.
I want a Mage Master Boots. We're gonna pitch the Tipple to play the second Sawbones.
Yep. And then I assume we're going to play a Vashti attack one. We can activate Hook on the second one, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So we get to play a Vashti. We get to attack for 6 go again.
Yep.
Yeah, when you get 2 Sawbones to play, dude, we're so good at this game. We're so good at this game.
Things are looking pretty good. The opponent had a 4-card or 3-card 2, and
a 3-card 2.
Our 4-card hand is going to be the floor is going to be 18. So
okay,
looking pretty good.
I love it. I'm totally here for it. Couldn't you have used gold baited Hook last turn if you knew you were going to play the Loan Shark?
I could have.
Yeah.
It's turn 0 though, so they're always going to block. I'm just never going to hit it. Pretty much.
That makes sense.
But, yeah, definitely. We absolutely could have.
All right, so they take 6. We generate a gold. We're going to...
we're going to Threads in Hook.
Yep, so we get to activate Threads. We get to activate Hook. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Now we get to activate Hook. There we go. Oh, this is an action. That's why it's doing it that way.
Yes.
And then we get to attack for 6. On hit, we make another gold. Yo, gold generation who? We're in there like swimwear, dog.
Woo! we're looking good.
This is crazy. I can't wait to throw this game
Right.
away later when I do something stupid. Oh, I guess we'll go Tipple to the bottom first.
Yeah, that's fine. This hand's also kind of good. We'll see how it goes. They're going face with this. So we know on board there's a pump. I'm also kind of not really concerned. No matter what they take from our hand, it's not the end of the world if they don't actually kill anything.
Do we want to hit Compass first?
I think we're always going to gravy first here.
Okay.
We have 2 allies. I want to discard 2 of them. We have 1 way to discard them. So we'll go ahead and activate gravy because we're not going to miss out on the Dead Threads resource this way. I'm going to put the chum in. That's more important.
Okay.
And now I will compass.
Oh.
Oop.
Sorry, opponent. They're just gonna have to live and let be tonight. That's just where we're at tonight.
It's a blue. That's fine.
We have an Avast.
So if they pull a blue from our hand, we're not upset about it. Yeah, our hand is still excellent. So I am good to either just give hook or nothing on this. And considering we know that they have at least 1 pump on this, I don't think blocking with hook is very worthwhile. So I would just say no blocks.
Okay, so we can say no blocks. I mean, I guess if they just snaps and do nothing else, we could also like activate Sawbones potentially to like try and make it awkward. I'm not saying we should, but it seems like it's a play we could make. Ooh, Schism.
Ooh. Well, now we don't know what's on top.
Interesting. All right. Well, man, they're coming in for 10. Sheesh.
Tap 1 of the Sawbones.
Just save a little bit of life here.
Yeah, because we're not going to be able to swing with both. And no matter what they take from our hand, I'm not really.
Well, all right. So
they took a blue. Perfect.
I'm thinking they're going to take call. That's what I would take in the dark here because I hate that card.
I think that's probably correct. It's not going to matter for our turn. We're not playing either of them, but I think that's probably correct. Here,
sure. It doesn't matter. We're not even playing that card. Who cares? Oh, yeah, let's go. You love to see it.
Okay.
They're attacking.
They can do that?
I mean,
sure.
This doesn't kill it, right? They have to have a pump here?
Yeah,
okay,
pump. That's fine.
So they T-Tox. I mean, there's no reason to... Ooh, now we can.
Yeah. If they're going to do that, 100%.
We can just prevent here. This is insane.
Yep.
I was like, them flicking here is just so bad, I feel like.
Yep.
How does Gravy play post-ban so far? Well, this is game 1, and I gotta tell you, we are living primo right now. Like, I feel like we are living clean.
So they kind of heralded the dagger pump to let them be able to clear one of our Sawbones, which was the downside of tapping. So I think the first thing I want to do is actually play the Murderous.
Okay, just play it from our arsenal here.
Yep, and let's see what's on top. Because if it's a blue, then we can kind of do some silly. It is not. Okay, that's
we have
fine.
a conch on top of our deck. So I guess we can't crack a gold.
I don't think it's actually necessary for us to put an ally. What? Okay.
Yo, I was like, are we about to get hit with an inertia trap here?
Joke's on them. We didn't need arsenal with our hand anyway.
Yeah, this is interesting. So the obvious line that I see is to play Restless Bones, discard the Sawbones, and then just put Sawbones into play. But I'm not sure what you're thinking here.
We're not going to put Sawbones into play because we can't swing with them. What we're going to do is we're going to do that line, but then we're going to activate Dead Threads and draw that conch. Actually, no, we have inertia. No, we're just going to play it out. We're just going to play and swing with the Restless.
Okay. So, again, getting some common draft chaff into our deck here. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. All right, so we'll hit the Sawbones from hand. And we have not generated a gold, so there was not a reason to activate Hook here, in case they were willing to give 2 cards to prevent us from, like, keeping our hook around.
I think I am. Since we can't actually put the conch in Arsenal, I think we will summon the Sawbones. And only because we have another one on board right now, it's going to make it really hard for them to clear.
Especially without them having a second dagger, I feel like.
Yeah. It's going to make them either commit all 3 cards to killing the Sawbones or their snaps. And I think either one I'm kind of happy with here.
Okay.
Especially with us going into a turn with a conch. It may end up just going in Arsenal. We'll see what we draw with it. But that's normally the most like egregious this deck can get is playing out the Conqueror.
All right, so
giving us like 4 cards to do it is really good.
You said we do want to put the Sawbones into play
we'll go ahead,
because we have
and
to.
put them into play. Yep.
Man, I feel like a blue to like crack a gold would have just been awesome. We'd be able to attack with it here.
See, that's what I was saying. If we if we hit the blue off the top of the murderous rabble, we'd be able to
go. Ooh, okay. So Kevin said, I think it was actually optimal to not discard Sawbones to Restless so we could discard it to the Loan Shark.
We could do that, and then we wouldn't have summoned the second Sawbones, which is kind of medium, but we could have. This hand functions just fine. We'll see what they do. If they let us block, we will.
This hand functions just fine. I have no idea how. I'm already intrigued by the fact that Sam feels that confidently about this.
So I'm going to jam the Leyline and the Restless Bones in front of this.
Okay.
So this is not Slippy. It doesn't immediately have go again. They're going to find a way to mark us and pump it over the top.
Okay.
That means at least flicking their last dagger. If they want to do that, which I'm pretty happy with to get them off of daggers entirely.
I would love for them to do that. Okay, snaps.
Snapping is also just fine. Yep, so Sawbones, not a big deal.
So we don't even need to do anything here. Like, we don't need to, like, use prevention here. Off either of the Sawbones at this point.
And still won't. We'll just chill.
Okay.
This is an interesting list so far.
Been a very interesting game.
Of the play, it is interesting.
I'm wondering if our opponent's on like a little bit of a budget list.
Maybe. Let's compass.
All right, so let's see. We have a Loan Shark on top of the deck.
I think I want to activate Gravy.
Okay.
And then I want to pitch this Loan Shark to a gold.
So we're going to discard the Limpet.
Yep.
And you said we're going to crack a gold?
Yeah, we're going to crack a gold. Give me playable blue. Not so playable.
Okay.
Okay. Let's crack one more gold with the port side.
Okay.
Oh, now we're gaming. Let's play the conch and swing the Sawbones. And we're going to... No, we're not going to hook on this. We'll just go ahead and swing it.
All right, so we get to crash the boards for 8 here because we ripped into another blue. Man, we're so good at this game. And then we get to activate Dead Threads because we discarded the Limpet and come in for 6. So we block 6 and we're throwing 14 off of 4 cards. I freaking hate this deck so much. God. Guys, I want everybody to know right now that if there's a world you see me playing this at ProQuest season, just know that's how bad it was. That is how bad it was that I felt the need to play this deck. God, I hope it doesn't come to that.
You hit Trapdoor off the random? That's pretty decent, actually.
I mean, I was like, it panned out pretty well for them to be able to mark us like this.
Yeah.
All right, they fall down to 21. And then we're going to activate Dead Threads. God, I love Dead Threads.
Crazy good card.
It's so cool. I have an EA, actually.
Hell yeah. You're already set up.
Something like that. Something like that. Ooh, so Saran asks, I don't know this interaction, but can you tap Sawbones to prevent the damage from a Blood Rot Pox token and then untap it at the end of a turn?
You know, I don't know if I've ever actually done that. What exactly is the Sawbones text? Does it say action phase or
The
it's
next-
turn? So it would work.
So it does work. That's pretty cool.
Yes, it would.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, so 2+4s. We don't have any attack reactions here. Tunic and a red to swing the Hunter's Clave?
We're going to look at Compass immediately.
All right, so we start with Compass. Restless Bones.
Ooh. This is a sick hand now.
So I want to see if I can map out through this here, just to see like what I have here. If we said no blocks right now, which I'm not sure if we're going to, the floor of our turn is Crack a Gold, pitching a Call to the Grave. And then we could throw the Restless Bones, discarding the Chum. And then I think I've played myself from there. I don't know what else we would do after that. I guess... Is that a blue Restless Bones or a red? I think it's a red one on top.
There's a blue. There's a blue.
Okay, so that does give us the ability to put Limpet in play, attack with it, and then attack with Sawbones and Arsenal to conk. What are you thinking here?
Because they are so low, and we have this pretty big life lead. There's so we can do two things here. We can either block with our hand and not give them. That would look like blocking with these three cards plus Providence, activating Gravy, discarding Chum, and then probably putting either the blue to the bottom or nothing.
Okay.
The other option with this is we actually get really aggressive and we try to kill them. We throw the Conk and the Limpet and the Sawbones. So we come in for 16. We just pray that whatever they draw off of this isn't very detrimental.
Tell you what, let's get aggressive. I like coming in
Okay.
for 16 with the board state hero. Should we block at all with anything? I don't think so, since this has piercing. Like,
No,
blocking kind of
exactly.
feels like it negates the value here.
Look at the draw. That's totally fine. See, their hand would have actually been terrible if they didn't exactly roll the trapdoor.
Okay.
They would have blocked for 3 less, so they'd be at 12. Oh.
Lame.
All right. I'm pretty happy to block for 3 with Crown and Hook and bottom this Chum.
Okay. Okay, no pump. So we get out of dodge in a pretty safe spot here. Okay. Now, we don't know what's on top, so we don't really want to play the Restless Bones. Do we want to Call to the Grave, or do we want to Murderous Rabble?
Murderous Rabble, because it's guaranteed going to be points of damage at them. Call to the Grave is a 0-point play a lot of the time. It's one of the cards I actually like resolving the least.
Should
So
we
we'll play
start on
Murderous
Conk?
Rabble. I'm going to start with Murderous Rabble.
Okay.
And hide the Conk.
Okay. Oh,
Perfect.
never didn't have it. Dude, let me tell you, you know how many times I've revealed a blue off Ravenous Rabble? Murderous Rabble is my card, dude. This could be game changing for me.
And then after this, I want to break the chain and swing with Limpet to try to draw out some kind of blocks of these first 2 attacks, and then make Conk just even that more egregious for them.
Okay. Because we have the ability, we can do it all here, right? We get to go 3 go again, put Limpet into play because it costs 0, and attack paying 1. We have 2 floating and a blue in hand. We can then throw Conk, and then we can end on the Sawbones.
Yep.
Phew. Fair and balanced. The whole stream's just going to be me complaining about how much we're winning by all night. It's just like the whole stream. Oh, man. All right, so they block with a card there, which I honestly think is a mistake. Just from like a play pattern, like from a personal point of view, I think blocking
Yes.
there is a mistake.
I would agree.
And then I guess we'll pitch the Restless Bones. We're trying to plan on doing everything regardless, so it doesn't really matter.
If you want to really bait them, you put Hook on this one to try and make them block, and then you throw Conk and make them really.
Yo, dude, you're living in like 2040 over there, dog. So now we want to throw Conk.
Oh yeah.
I love that everybody just calls it Conk. Like, I love that so much. It's just like a casually accepted name across the community. Blocking this card feels so bad. Like, I hate blocking this card.
All right, now we're definitely going to break chain, Hook, and swing Sawbones.
All right, so we get to break the chain, activate the Hook, and then get in there for 6. And when this hits, we're going to be able to make a gold, unless they're playing the most broken defense reaction of all time, the casual 0 for 6 from Arsenal. All right.
And from this point, I think it's kind of game over. There's not a lot of routes back into the game, especially with the Chum in the board.
I was like, I don't really know what they do from here. I mean, I guess technically we have to give a card here to try and stop this.
And there's going to attack Sawbones, which is probably correct.
Oh, so yeah, never mind. We don't even have to do anything. Robo Ragan? Hope I said that right. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that a whole bunch. Oh, so I didn't get a chance to ask Sam these questions. You know what? Hang on. Let's get through this turn and we'll ask the questions to everybody here so I don't like completely. All right. I'm thinking that we want to put Scuba in play so we can portside exchange, discarding the Scuba. Actually, you know what? They're at 7. We should play the Restless Bones, right? Because we want to get aggressive.
Probably, but I want a Compass to see what's on top. If there's an ally on top, then this hand goes bananas. That's also kind of really good.
So we have a Swell on top. I mean, if we draw into this, discarding the Scuba, and then we can pitch the Restless Bones for the Swell, and if it hits...
Nothing really great happens. We just Arsenal to tip the barkeep in that case. I think what we want to do is resolve the Restless, sending the Scuba, and we'll probably end up pitching the tip to play Chum as well.
Okay, so we're going to start by pitching portside exchange.
Yeah.
We're going to discard the Scuba. So this is 4 go again.
And we have the exact resources to both swing Limpet and summon Chum.
Okay.
If they have any kind of front pumps, this kind of also really hurts them because Chum will be live and kind of turn off their whole turn and just like completely slam the door shut.
See, I love that so much. And like this is great because the Dead Threads gives us exactly the resources to be able to attack with all of it, right? Because we get to attack with Limpet, have one using the one floating here. And then we get to use Dead Threads to put the... Or no, I guess this is... We don't even need Dead Threads, do we? Or no, we're going to play the Chum.
Yeah, Chum is better. Yeah.
So, break the combat chain so that we get a blue in the yard. We use Dead Threads. We play Chum. And then we get to just crash the boards for 4 here.
Oh, yeah.
And this would push them down to 1 if this hits. Gravy is nasty, I agree. Guys, this is 3 Tipple Gravy right now. I mean, I think this is a pretty decent matchup, if I understand correctly. I could be wrong here, but I think this is an okay matchup.
No, it's a good matchup for us. 100%. All right, activate Chum.
Oh. Ah! No. Don't do things too fast, kids. Good Lord. I played myself. All right, so this definitely should have been an absolute blowout, like, of a turn.
Yeah, it's been a huge slam dunk, but it's okay.
Are we going to start by looking at Compass here to see what's on top?
Yeah, we go on Compass.
We have a Jittery Bones.
That's pretty good. That means we're probably going to present lethal. And I don't think there's any way they kill us from 16, so I'm just saying no blocks.
Okay.
2 more cards from Mario is normally a cap of 7 damage. That puts us at 4 if they hit us with everything. I'm pretty certain we're just going to kill them.
Gosh, the chum would have been so good there. I'm
Yep.
such a bag nun. I'm such a bag nun, dude. Oh man. Actually attacking the chum now.
Totally fine with us. We didn't need chum in the next turn anyway.
Okay. Perfect. You love to see it. All right.
Yeah,
so
they would have spent 3 cards to kill chum there, and they would have just passed. We'd be like 5 life higher, but it's fine.
So
We're still gonna get the message.
do we get to play swell? Here's what I'm thinking. We play swell, pitching tip the barkeep. We hit the blue off the top. That gives us the ability to throw the sloop here. Then we can play limpet. Then we can activate Gravy Bones to discard our limpet, draw a new card, and then we can actually put the scuba in play, or we can go limpet into scuba probably actually.
There you go.
All right.
They're at 1, so every attack takes a card now, and this deterministically makes them give us flick knives or die.
Okay.
Unless they have exactly a block 40 rate.
All right. So they give this up, which makes sense. We're going to throw sloop because we have 2 blues over here.
Oh yeah. Oh, they're so dead.
Oh, cooked. Roll them over. They are done on this side. Limp it for 2. Now from here, we get to break the combat chain.
Mhm.
We can activate Gravy Bones. We're going to discard Limpet. I mean, I feel like this is just like,
Yeah, it just kills them.
why not?
You just summon Scuba now and just close it. There's no card that they could have that could stop this now.
Oh yeah, because it's coming in for 6. And the best part's we get to loop it. Insane. Dude, we could have activated the hook. Broken. The BM hook. Oh man, dude. This deck's crazy. This deck's crazy.
Deck's still pretty good.
All right, so for anybody who missed it, this was Sam and I's first game together. Mostly Sam playing the deck and me just kind of like clicking along and bebopping through the game there. But that's what I'm here is to learn. And this is Sam's list. ! Deck in the chat will get you access to this list. And Sam was nice enough to hook us up with his full cyborg guide. So like every question you got is answered here in this list. We did get a couple of follows during that game, so I want to take the time to, this goes to Sam, this goes to anybody who is new to the channel, who has never heard these questions before. We got 3 questions we ask everybody. What's your name? What got you into Flesh and Blood? And what are your favorite hot dog toppings? Sam, hit us with them.
All right, so what got me into Flesh and Blood is the incredible Mr. Majin Bey himself.
Let's go.
I am a Legend Terror. And when that game was in its dying embers, he was like, hey, all of you guys should check out this even better card game called Flesh and Blood. And it kind of took off from there. I started probably around, I think it was like Dusk Till Dawn, like at the tail end of like Lexi Power.
Okay.
And I haven't looked back. Decks have been super fun. As far as hot dogs toppings go, I'm kind of like a ketchup, mustard, and relish kind of guy. But I also love me a good chili cheese dog.
Okay. Let's go, dude. I'm here for chili cheese dog. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, relish. You can miss me with some relish, but I'm here for it, dude. Listen, man, no judgment, no judgment. We've heard all kinds of hot dog toppings, dude. So that's awesome, man. I think a lot of people can relate to Majin Bey getting you into card games. You know, he's a very likable personality. He's a very cool person to just watch and be a part of that community. So I think it's very easy to like, you know, just kind of like really enjoy watching his content. I love watching his content, like personally.
Oh yeah, Caleb's the best. Absolutely incredible person. If you ever get the chance to talk to him at an event, he's amazing, super nice. Can't recommend it enough.
Okay, let's go.
We got a question in here about why lead the charge instead of the blue flying high. There are some very specific use cases for lead the charge that are worse than lead the charge or
Flying high.
Flying high. You have to actually play a 2-cost or greater card in order to get that extra action point, where Flying High works with a board state that's already there. And there are a number of allies in this deck that don't cost 2 or more, Rigor Mortis, Scuba, Limpet. None of those guys are going to work with Lead the Charge. Okay.
Here we go. Valda should be fun. By the way, filmed by Dusk. Thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate that a whole bunch.
This was another one of those that I forgot to mention. Go ahead and click the Jarl button on this guy. I think it looks like I forgot to put Valda in.
I was like, it's okay. We got a Jarl button up here. There is no Valda button. See,
But-
Sam's selling. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Swap the headpiece to Cop and the boots to Base of the Mountain.
Okay. I like it. So this is another matchup where like Base of the Mountain like fits in pretty well, it feels like.
Yeah, let's see. Make sure the sideboard is... Yeah, all those are good. Perfect.
So we don't want to be
So-
on Blood in the Water?
A lot of the times against Guardian, you're in the driving seat, and Blood in the Water is a complete brick, so I don't bring it in most of the time against Guardians unless I'm really feeling myself.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm just curious because like it's stuff they batter to a pulp against me so many times that I'm just like curious to know like your thoughts on it.
So most of the time with Batter to a Pulp, I'm able to stop a dominated one with Base of the Mountain, and normally they're not able to do it twice. At
Okay.
least not before it actually matters.
So we have a pretty cool line here with the Restless Bones and the Ruby Amulet to set up early and kind of like get on board.
That's the hope.
Ooh, promising terrain into double seismic surges into hammer. Ooh, interesting. So they loaded, let's see, 61, 62, 63 cards, and we loaded 65.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's a shame that we have to, but I'm going to block with the Give No Quarter and the Portside Exchange here.
Okay, just trying to keep life total up here.
Just to try and high roll a better hand, to be honest, because this hand doesn't do a ton right now.
Okay.
And if we draw into an ally, it gets a lot better really fast. Or we hit our Loan Shark copy earlier, something to kind of like generate more gold. This is incredible. Let's Compass first, see if we can get something sick off the top.
Man, an ally off the top. I mean, Loan Shark is...
It's not really playable right now, but what we're going to do instead is kind of take a little setup turn.
Okay.
I would say that we play the Restless Bones, pitching the Portside Exchange, or the Jittery Bones. I think, considering there's a Loan Shark on top, I'm leaning towards pitching the Portside Exchange.
Okay. And then we're going to discard the amulet.
Yep.
And then we're just going to put the amulet in play and pass, I assume, here?
Yep.
And we can set up our Jittery Bones in Arsenal here. I feel like that could actually be pretty good for us.
It can be. Now that card we just play the Jittery Bones for 2 damage. Solid Ground 2? Oh, they want to dominate, that's why.
Okay. So, though, yeah, and they had the Grandeur to pitch there. So
Yeah,
I guess we can just play this.
Oh, no. I would just, I want to put that in Arsenal. I want to play the Ruby Amulet.
Oh, sure. You meant next turn. Like, we could play that next turn. Gotcha.
Yep. No matter what, we can play it and have no cost up, or no opportunity cost to it.
Okay.
Let's see what they got for us. It's going to be dominated.
Tag plating activation. Decides not to throw Spinal Crush.
It's got to be Batter. Yeah, that's the only thing. So,
Okay.
Here we go. Exact reason why we're running these boots.
Okay, so...
Let's Compass. Let's Compass first.
Compass first, okay.
Rigor Mortis. Sick! Alright, we want to stop this probably... Let's give Boots and... Let's do Tip and Murderous.
So we're going to block with them? Or no, I guess we're going to discard them. To the
We're going
boots.
to do to the Base of the Mountain effect. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just going to technically block with the boots, right?
Yeah, we're going to block for 7, essentially, here.
Yeah, so this triggers. And you said the Murderous and the Tipple?
Yep.
Oh, wait, the Tip or the Tipple?
Tipple.
Okay.
If this were a different matchup, I would prioritize keeping the Tipple instead of the Tip the Barkeep. But in the Guardian matchups, Rum is a very important thing to continually.
Okay.
So we're going to Jittery rip the top card.
Okay, because we have the Rigor Mortis.
Yep.
Yep.
And
So
that's when this card goes absolutely bananas.
you love it, dude. It's just like playing High Seas Limited, baby. It's just like playing High Seas Limited. Except we dominate this format just like Limited. All right, so we get to play that. Are we wanting
And
to play the Loan Shark and then pitch the Tip the Barkeep here?
I'm not going to play the Loan Shark. I'm going to keep it in Arsenal for a future turn where I can get a better hook activation off, hopefully.
Okay.
And then I'm going to play, so we're going to play Rigor Mortis pitching the Tip.
Okay, so we pitch Tip the Barkeep. And then no hook activation since we're not playing Loan Shark. And we just get to come in for 6.
It's super easy for them just to give us 2 cards here, so I'm not super interested in playing the Loan Shark just for the hook activation here.
Okay. Sounds good, especially with them only having 1 surge. They're not really able to like dominate, at least right now. They could obviously always have like a seismic eruption.
Yes.
Wait, why do I have so much deja vu? Is this a replayed clip? Yo, what? Felix, we're live, dog. We're live, dude. I'm not sure what you're asking. This is not replayed. We're live right now. I don't think I've played Gravy Bones 1 time on stream ever. And my man said, I know you're live. Oh, that's so funny. All right, so we Arsenal the Loan Shark.
Ooh, man, we are going to have some bunched allies the way this is going.
I was like, I don't like that we're not seeing allies. All right, so they're going to lean into the fatigue plan.
This has to be an eruption. Yeah, that's the only reason they would play it like this.
Yeah.
So, you know what's awesome?
What's that?
They just built all of these 6 surges, and we have this it's called Call to the Grave that says your surges are really funny. Let's play a chum.
Oh, yeah. I love it. So we're going to lead on Call to the Grave.
What I want to do first, actually, even before that, is go ahead and Compass. Because if there's an ally on top, I'm also going to play as Jittery Bones.
You mean like a scuba salty sea dog, baby? All right, so we get the Jittery Bones. Hit the top of the deck. We get a scuba. Yo, it's so good. If only there was a prismatic ley line for us to put on the bottom. They block. We're going to break the combat chain now.
Yeah, we're going to play both the Loan Shark and the Call to the Grave.
Okay, so we'll play Loan Shark. We'll play Call to the Grave. We're going to get a chum, you said, right?
Yep, definitely. And now we're going to activate Dead Threads and play the chum, pitching the Avasti. Avasti is a card that really shines once you have Rum on the board.
Okay.
And to resolve double ally swing. So keeping that in deck is always really good. And Portside is an excellent starter. And we'll go ahead and hook on this.
Okay, so we get to hook and then come in for 4. And then we have the scuba in our graveyard, just kind of waiting, hanging out. And we're going to set up Portside Exchange as a starter for next turn, you said, right? Or for the turn when it seems relevant.
Yeah, it's one of the better starters in the deck. We love making gold, and getting an ally in the grave, drawing a card is awesome.
Okay.
Ooh, give us gold?
You love to see it.
Interesting. With 4 surges, they're going to keep 3 cards and a chum on the board.
So we get to Arsenal this.
All right, we're going to activate chum immediately.
Like, we're not even going to wait?
Yeah, we're just going to do it immediately.
Okay, so we discard this. You love to see it.
Yep, and now we're not going to get hit with that put in their
Nice.
place.
Yes, send a choke slam at our chum. Ooh, another one.
We're trying to do it again.
Yo.
All right, this one, maybe they connect. We'll see.
Brother, you keep having terrible assassin takes on main. Feels like you're rage baiting Wally. Maybe I am rage baiting Wally at this point. Who knows? Listen, if y'all think my assassin takes are bad, wait until tomorrow. Just wait until tomorrow's video. They don't end today. I promise you. Okay. So, do we want to chart to start our turn? Or what are we thinking here?
So, I don't want to blind chart just yet. I want a compass.
Okay.
Okay. This is interesting. I think what I want to do is pitch to gold here with the chart.
Okay. Even though it's an ally on top of the deck?
Yes.
Okay.
And now we're going to play the port side from Arsenal.
All right. So we play Portside Exchange. We're going to discard the Limpet, I assume.
Yep. Blue, blue, blue. Oh. Now we're on the money.
My man said, brother, I'm mad at you already. In a loving way. Oh. So what will be the next card banned in Gravy? The next card banned in Gravy? Chum, probably? I don't know.
They said in the BNR it's probably Swell. I don't think Swell is actually that impactful of a ban, so I don't really like that. So I want to play Leyline here,
Yep.
and then I want to play this Swell. Yeah.
We want to play the Swell, not the
Or
Sloop?
sorry, Sloop.
Okay.
Sorry.
I just wanted to make sure.
I was thinking I want to pitch this Swell, but words didn't come out right.
No, you're good, dude. You're good. All right, so 7 go again. Feeling pretty impactful here. After seeing today's short, I told him, bro, don't watch today's short because I knew it was just going to piss him off. The funny part is I filmed that last night before me and Wally even started, like, playfully bantering in our group chat. Okay, so solid ground here. They cover this up for 7.
And then we're going to go ahead and summon Scuba with Dead Threads, Hook and Swing.
All right, so...
We'll summon, then, yeah.
Yep. So we get to Scuba. We get to Hook. We get to activate Dead Threads. And then we get to come in for 4. Oh, you love to see it.
The ley line.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
So we played our 0 for 5, put our 0 for 5 back in the deck for later, and we put it right beside the Swell for late game. So we're going to be able to hopefully activate it with 0 for 5.
Yeah, that would be awesome. All right, so are we going to go Swell first or Chart?
Swell.
Probably doesn't super matter here, but...
All right, don't have batter.
It's like, no batter to a pult, please.
All right, well,
Sag.
we are giving Restless Bones and the Fridge, I think, here. It's unfortunate we didn't get a Sawbones or a Chum before the second dominated batter.
We just get to block 7 here. Are we crowning anything?
Compass in response. Rigor Mortis on top, no. Because now we get to put them both in grave with Jittery popping it off the top.
And we get to play Leyline, right?
Yes,
no?
we do. We get a 0 for 5 out of it again.
Aren't we a resource short?
Resource short for Jittery? Jittery's free.
Well, no, I mean, like, we can't play the Leyline here, right? Because...
What are you trying to pitch the Leyline to?
Hang on, I'm having a stroke. You walk me through this turn. I'm clearly not following what you're doing with this turn, so walk me through it here.
So I want to play the Leyline.
Okay, so we're going to start by playing Leyline.
I want to play Jittery Bones, discard top deck.
Okay. So we're pitching the Whaler.
We're probably going to activate Gravy and get it in grave, and then
Okay.
pitch whatever we draw.
Man, Prismatic Compasses, or Leyline, is ridiculous, bro. This is crazy. Who knew this card was good? It couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me. That's the third Seismic Eruption.
I swear if they have the third batter, we just weren't meant to win this game.
At
least not easily.
No, we're going to win this game no matter what. So we're going to break the chain. We're going to activate Gravy. All right.
Yeah.
We discard Whaler.
Yeah. And we're just we can do 2 things here. We could play Limpet and swing for 4, or we could, actually, we don't have threads anymore. We're going to have to do that. So we're going to do Limpet and swing for 4.
So we're going to play Limpet. And then we're just going to attack with the Limpet.
Yeah, that might have been wrong in hindsight. I forgot we blocked with threads last turn.
All right, so we come in for 4. 4 Seismic Surges, no batter to a pulp. We got this. Because let me tell you, I definitely never draw 3 ways to dominate batter to a pulp in 7 turns when I play Volta. I'll tell you that. Can we put the other Limpet in play?
Yeah. If
Yes.
they do have the next dominated batter, this will help a lot
Okay.
with getting there. So we'll see.
It's like I'm getting a sense that they have something they want to dominate and they're going to pummel it since they kept 4 cards. Just kind of
Yeah.
want. Okay, so let's put them in their place. It's definitely a pummel. This is 1,010,000,000% a pummel.
So I want a compass here.
Okay.
Okay. I kind of want to put both of these in the graveyard. So I think they only have 1 surge, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I want to activate Gravy.
Okay.
Discard either one of the allies, doesn't matter.
Okay.
And because this is going at us and we have 2 allies or 2 limpets in play already, I want to block with 1 card here. So we're going to do the Avasti. So that makes the most sense.
Okay. Card that blocks the most here. And we're going to take 7.
Yep. Well, we're going to take, the pummel too.
We're going to take more than that. We're going to take 11.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting. They want to do it this way? Curious. All right.
I guess
we'll
it makes
take
the most sense, right?
Does it? Because now I get to pick from the 3 cards I'm left with what I want to discard rather than the other way around.
That's fair.
Cards. I think probably better to do it the other way, but it is what it is. It's not a big deal. I would
So
just discard a Sawbones. Because we have 1 Shaman Grave. I don't think we have any. And I just want to go Limpet. Or actually, is it worth it? No, we'll just go Limpet pass.
okay.
If I had 1 more gold here, I think I would consider cracking a gold to see if we could get a little bit softer.
Okay.
But I think it's worth it.
So is Gravy dead now? I don't think so. I don't think Gravy's dead in any capacity. Like, don't get me wrong. The tipples hurt, but I think we're okay. Paulie said skill issue. Draw better cards. Yo, did Taylor take over your account, dog? Like, come on. And we're just going to Arsenal the conk here?
Yep. And the good news is, if they do, at this point, break Compass with a dominated batter, we still have all 3 of these conks left to throw, and 2 go again on board, so...
Is there any consideration to breaking the Ruby Amulet to put Rigor Mortis in play and attack with it?
I don't think it's worthwhile here. I would much rather do it in a more impactful thing.
Fair enough.
And we're not at the threshold yet where I'm concerned with making sure they give me enough tempo. We have plenty of allies on board to work. What do you got?
Yeah, pitch that Crash and Bash.
This is not worth it. They want to pummel this? That's it?
Feels like they want to pummel it.
Yeah, and that's honestly not a problem.
Do we want to start with Compass here?
I don't think it actually has any bearing on our turn here. I think we're blocking with a Loan Shark and discarding a Loan Shark to the pummel here.
Okay. Oh, no pummel. It's a heave. So they want to heave something. Then.
Which is also... Oh, no, it goes here. That's where the trigger goes.
No?
No, they just IP'd.
Okay. So do we want to start with a Compass just to see what's on top, I guess?
Yes. A blue on top would be nice. Ooh. Okay, we might just go sicko mode here.
Okay. I love it. Let's do it.
So we have 8 resources and 2 blues, which is exactly enough to throw comp.
Okay.
If we can get the other one into our hand. So we'll need 2 extra resources to throw both. That's probably not worth it. I'd rather just do it again next turn, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's throw both limpets.
Start there.
Yeah.
Pitching one of the tips, I assume.
Yep. Exactly.
Finally, a good deck on stream. Yo, where is all the shade coming from? Kevin, you're a Prism player, dude. Come on, man. The shade is unreal. Do we want to throw the other one as well?
Yes.
So we're just going to throw both of them to start our turn here. I mean, I guess technically, because of the chokeslam, the Conqueror only comes in for 7 if we throw it this turn.
Yes, but we've already elicited a 4 block out of them for no reason, so
Fair enough.
I'm feeling good, even though that it's coming in for 7. It's still pretty good. So we'll go ahead and throw the conch now.
It still gets to go again, right? It just doesn't gain
Yes,
the
it
power.
does.
Okay.
Exactly.
Shaking my head. My ALS doesn't even attack. What do you mean?
So this was 3-card 11. We could, at this point, I think, because our opponent clearly wants to hold cards in hand, they must have drawn it at FA for seeing, because they clearly don't want to block this.
Yeah.
I am now at the point where I want to break the Ruby Amulet.
Okay.
Because this game doesn't look like it's going to get to full fatigue. They're going to try and kill us. Let's go ahead and break Ruby. Let's summon Rigor Mortis. And I am willing to throw a hook on this to say, give me cards. With 2 limpets on the board, we're like very set.
So is there any world that we want to play Loan Shark and then hook and then throw Rigor Mortis?
We can do that to keep it safe. I think that's fine. Makes it a little bit less incentive, because I kind of like the allure of them breaking hook is part of the reason why I wanted to just like activate it, because I think it's a mistake to block this for 6 right now.
Okay, gotcha. So you're almost like tempting them to block it and saying like, hey, like you can stop this.
Yeah, I'm trying to bait them into making the wrong.
Gotcha.
Oh, if there's a blue on top, please.
All right, so this is going to be Spinal Crush.
Oh, well, this is pretty good, actually, then. We can just block 6. They can't pummel this. Yeah.
No, they
I
cannot.
want to block with Conch and Swell.
Okay. We're not going to Compass first?
No. It's not going to matter what we do.
Since it has no impact?
We could. No, I don't think we would, because I want these cards at minimum.
Okay.
If the card on top is a blue, I'm not blocking with it.
I mean, we could always Compass on our turn as well.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's what we're going to do here. Just going to decide if we're going to activate Gravy or pitch this Scuba instead.
So we have a chart.
All right. So we were going to activate Gravy.
Okay. Discarding the Scuba.
Discard Scuba. If you want to get real saucy, you could crack Gold here and we could do some silly things. But I think what I want to do more than that is I want to throw Limpet, Red. So that we come in for a 1-card 10 Arsenal Flying High, and we could do it again next turn with Flying High giving Rigor Mortis go again into another ally.
Okay, so we get to go 2-2 into 6 and then Arsenal Flying High. And you're saying that next turn we're able to keep 2 cards, block 6, and then we're able to throw 14 instead.
Yep.
Is there any world that we also want to incentivize them with the hook on our Rigor Mortis attack?
Let's see if they block. If they block this, yes. If they don't block this, no.
So,
because odds are they want to keep 2 cards to throw whatever they arsenaled. Because most of the good Guardian plays are going to require 2 cards pitched here with just 1 Seismic Surge. So they're probably keeping 2 cards to block cleanly on the Rigor Mortis. So I would not activate Hook here.
Okay, so even though we're going to discard to the Loan Shark, you don't think it's worth?
Oh, we're going to take 2 from the Loan Shark.
Oh, I thought you had to do both.
No.
Oh, unless you discard a card. Just kidding. Sorry, I thought you had to. I thought you had to do both. I mean, I guess we could have put the chum into play right here, I guess. So Kevin was asking if there was any thought to putting the chum into play right here.
It's definitely something to think about. I don't want to do it right now. It looks like they want to hold on to cards, and I want to deal a little bit. And we still have the threshold where I'm not dead to whatever they attack us with, unless it's like explicitly a 10 with a pummel that I didn't block. So what I want to do is probably next turn summon the chum to kind of like ice them out of the game entirely, and hopefully chain it with a second one.
Okay. So they're willing to just take. Okay, and then we get a favor scene.
Yeah, there it is. Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised they were willing to give equipment there.
Oh,
Oh,
you might have gone too far now. That's a.
sorry, opponent. So that was the Loan Shark's trigger. Sorry, I thought it was asking me if I wanted Arsenal.
Yeah.
I guess we'll pass, go to 11, and now we can Arsenal. Ooh. Okay, so a real clunker for them.
I want to activate Gravy.
Oh, sorry. Oop, wrong thing. Activate Gravy.
Let's get rid of Sawbones. And let's block for 6 here.
And then discard our last 2 cards.
Do I? We could block 8 here, and... Yeah, I think blocking 8 here is good, actually. Yeah. And now we do our 1 card 8.
So no reason to play Flying High here. We're just going to continue to generate value here off of our turn cycles. And then here's our Rigor Mortis attack. They have blocked very interestingly with equipment all game, Drew, I agree. Hey, Jay, what's up? Thinking about yellow Flying High instead to buff the ally +1 attack? Ooh, so Matt asks, have we considered yellow Flying High?
So yellow Flying High does not turn on the ability to play allies from grave, which is why I play it. Having blues with go again is kind of the whole consideration to put it in the deck to be. That's why.
Okay.
This could not matter less, but it is lethal. And it is representing pummel.
Yep. And we've only seen 1 through 10 turns, so it feels like there's a pretty good chance of that.
So yeah, activate Gravy before we go to blocks.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and crack Gravy Bones.
Get rid of Scuba. And then let's block for 6.
So
Yeah.
Rabble and Leyline.
Yep.
I mean, if they let us, if they don't have the pummel here, they do. But if they didn't, we were in a pretty good spot to be able to go pretty wide here. I guess we're discarding the Diamond Amulet.
Yep.
We do get to throw 10 here.
We might even do more than that. I want to come.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to activate gold. We're going to get an extra resource.
Okay.
And I think... Yeah, let's crack another one. Let's run it. Let's do it. Let's do all the things. Perfect. All right, we'll play the Flying High.
So we're going to play Flying High?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to swing with Rigor Mortis. And then we're going to summon Chum, because they have 4 Seismic Surges.
Ooh, okay. So the chum just like basically just chilling until we need to get out a get out of jail free card. So now we're going to break the combat chain. We're going to put Chum in play. And then we're going to attack with Chum here.
I would activate Hook and then Chum.
Okay. All right, so they do cover it up.
And that is fine. Not the Hook, no. Oh. Unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
It's okay. It may be lethal.
We might just be dead skis. I don't think there's anything that we can draw into here.
Limp it into Sawbones. This does risk missing an ally. That's true.
Well, no, we're just dead.
Limp it into Sawbones. Do we have the resources to do Sawbones as well?
Last turn?
We did. I did Tunnel on Chum hard. That would have been better, Kevin. You're right. I tunneled on Chum. All right.
Unfortunate.
So won this game.
I guess it doesn't really matter what we block with because we're taking 5.
Yeah.
Sag.
It's all right. We should have won that game, Kevin. It's okay.
So what was the winning line there?
If we played the Flying High and then did Rigor Mortis, Limp It, Sawbones swing, we had exactly enough resources to do... No, we do 1 Limp It. So it'd be Rigor, Limp It, Sawbones, which would have been 14, and strip cards, 3 cards from your hand, and then they wouldn't have been able to play when these guys dominated, and we would have won.
So the extra... So it would have been 6, 2...
Yeah, 6-2-6.
So they would have taken 3, and then when we attacked for 4, they gave us a card. They would have taken 2 down to 3, and then they're forced to block with 2 cards. Well, no, it doesn't matter there, right? So the only damage they took that turn was the 3 off of the Rigor Mortis, right? So they were at 8 when the turn started. So if we go 6, if we go 6 go again, they block 3, go to 5. Then when we attack with Limpet, they go to 3. And then when we attack with the Sawbones, where they block with a card and with the leg piece they blocked with, and they go to 1.
Yes.
And then we still die. So I don't think there was a winning line. Because the Sawbones also doesn't prevent enough damage. Like, we could have went to, like, -1 there.
Yep.
So I don't know that, like, I think playing to, like, the Chum out might have been, like, our only play from there.
Oh, we were way off, too. Woof.
So I think that might have been, like, our only out at that point in the game. I'm not sure. Uh-oh, did Talishar crash?
Hopefully not.
Was the winning line to not give them the 3rd Seismic? So we did draw 2 cards that gave them a 3rd and a 4th Seismic Surge. I don't think we would have been able to force cards there. Well, I guess technically we could have went... We had a yellow in hand, right? At the start of the turn, I think.
Yes, we activated Gravy and then gold twice to give them 3 surges.
Yeah, so went...
If we have just the yellow, we would have been able to present 8 and keep our Flying High in Arsenal.
So, again, they don't have to block with any cards, but they don't have Dominate either. And we're at 3, which means we draw into a hand that blocks, and we can block with 2 or 3 cards. And then we can just keep going 2-2-8, or 2-2-6, I mean.
I don't remember what the other card was. I think it was was it a red Aftershock and another blue? They did have Terra Sunder in hand. So 1 Surge plus 3 blues and the Aftershock is 9 Dominate, which also would have got them there.
Oh, okay, so never mind. We were hosed. We weren't winning that game. Yo. How come I lose to Guardian when I'm playing Gravy, and I can't beat Gravy when I play Guardian? Good God.
Of all the Guardians, Volda definitely has them. And if she didn't see the 2 batters with the eruptions early on, we would have ran away with that game real fast.
Okay.
Giving up.
Yo.
All right.
Yo, this has to be.
It is.
I was like, dog, it has to be. It has to be. All right,
All right,
so
so I know there is a.
all right,
So you can go to the sideboarding on this guy, and if you feel like you're him, I swapped it. Never mind, you're good.
just
I was
kidding.
gonna say
We're good.
sometimes I don't run the D-reacts because of the same reason with bricking.
Okay.
Marlin, the game is normally like 6 turns long because they just kind of go face when they're running steam, or you just run them over with. So,
Okay. Would we rather be on balance instead of crown for when they 3-oak?
yes, that's wrong. It should be on balance.
And we want to be on Mage Master boots here to try and like overwhelm
Yes.
the board, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
Especially with Tibble being banned, that deck has a much harder time clearing out.
Hey, I don't know why the exclamation point deck didn't work in the chat. Hang on, give me just 1 second here. We'll see if we can get that to work for both you guys so that we have that in the chat. Yo, YouTube, you gonna make me look bad tonight? Okay, there we go. That's more like it. I was like, listen, YouTube, all it takes is like 1 click and you're done.
This man's got the take aim into. Oh my goodness.
Dog.
Well, that's 2 C4 salvages, which is nice. Oh, that is brutal. That's like the worst one.
Man,
The Call to the Grave was really important to make this turn work.
that sucks.
So we're gonna block with the Avasti.
Well, I'm about to get juiced by Marlin back-to-back nights. Hey, Quest, what's up? That's the thing that bums me massively about her. She doesn't have a quiver or a companion. Oh, sure. About Marlin.
Oh man.
It's okay. It's okay. Taylor's out of juice. Taylor's out of juice. He spent all of his gumption on turn 0.
Come on,
He's
give us
cooked.
an ally. Hey, we got it anyway.
Hey, Call to the Grave works. So we're not going to compass. We're going to play this, right?
Yep. In fact, you can compass anytime you want. We're not going to use it this.
What are we getting? Are we getting Chum here?
We're getting rigor mortis.
Where are you? Okay.
You could get Chum here. If you want to take a lower damage ceiling line, you can get Chum and pretty much just run him out and swing him. The line I'm going for here is we're going to play Conk into summon rigor mortis, swing rigor mortis.
Okay.
We're going to present 14 damage immediately because this game normally goes real
We
fast.
should actually put this in play now, right? In case there's a sunken treasure.
Yes.
Just in case. I mean, could you? Taylor would. Taylor's ass would.
It's in that deck.
Taylor
100%.
would. I was like, even if he wasn't, he put it in there to troll me just while I'm playing this deck. All right, so we come in for 8. And then we get to crash the boards for 6.
Oh, yeah. And let's hope he doesn't have blue tipple, because that would be the perfect answer.
That would be so sad.
Oh, well, I think he has blue tipple in hand.
Okay.
Oh, it's foresight. All right.
All right. Okay.
Yellowfin. Okay.
I mean, we can just block with the Lone Shark.
Mm-hmm.
What is this going to be? 8?
Yeah. Just block with the Lone Shark. Called a day.
He did have a sunken treasure. Shoo! Yo. Taylor stream sniping for wins. The thought of Taylor stream sniping the 2 of us is so funny. Do we want to start with the compass? Okay.
Yeah. Show me a blue. Scuba. Yeah, we'll chart anyway.
I was like, does that make chart just like better here, I feel like?
Well, we want the blue so that we can play this loot the hold. This is pretty good though. Oh, this is really good. So we're gonna play Limpet.
Pitching courtside?
Loot the hold.
Pitching loot the hold?
Yeah, I want to have this. I think I want to have the starter for the following turn in port side.
We're gonna go 2 here.
Actually, no. Let's keep the loot the hold for next turn. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pitch the port side exchange. This is probably going to go real fast here. He's
Okay.
probably going to take 8 here, and then next turn we're going to try and strip cards from his hand with the loot the hold.
And I assume we're going to activate Hook here?
Yes.
Man, just like stealing gold back and forth is so funny.
Take that gold.
Oh, you love to see it. All right. So we have a good board set up here. We're going to Arsenal loot the hold.
This hand is gas.
This hand feels absolutely insane.
All right, how are you going to disrupt us, Taylor? It better be good.
I was like, he needs something. He needs something pretty good here. I feel like, or if not, we're kind of just like rolling. Uh-oh. All right, Taylor, calm down. We're friends. Remember that. The good news is that he can't legally beat us with a lightning press. So that's good news for me personally. Oh.
He's digging.
We do have balance activation.
Oh, this is so good for us. This one doesn't matter at all.
Yo, is this the one
I want
that
to block with balance now?
we just don't care about this at all, right? Because this is the non-attack.
Compass. Let's compass.
Okay, so compass.
Murderous Rub. Okay. That lets us do everything, I think. So let's block with balance.
Do we want to block Hook here for life, or just save it for next turn?
No, he's going to have to attack us. So we'll do that, and then...
So just block balance?
This.
Oh, sorry.
This. Sorry, I'm trying to map out the turn.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. I'm not even remotely in a world where I can map this out, so...
Okay, because I think this card does take the Sawbones from our hand. He's going to take it, so he can't tipple it away. So we will go ahead and just let him, and we'll just block with the balance and take 15 down to 10. That means that to overpower to kill us, it will have to be for 13 plus next turn.
Okay.
Which I think I'm feeling pretty good, since we're going to be guaranteed sending disruption with Conk. Yeah.
Okay. So gold off of the big game trophy shot. Steals one of our golds off the hook. And then King Shark or King Kraken Harpoon takes the Sawbones.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to crack balance here.
Yep.
Draw into a Murderous Rabble. Yo, I don't know if you're trying to be funny or if you're being serious, Rose, but like there's so many complicated play patterns with this deck.
All right, so there are a few different lines we can take here. We can either play Saltwater Swell and just like be a god gamer
and just never always have it.
Another option is we pitch to gold, and if it's a blue anyway, we could do everything including Sawbones. Not really super into that. I think I want to play the loot from Arsenal.
Okay, so we'll start here.
Yeah, and then I want to summon... Actually... No, this might be even better. If we do...
Wally, you're just trying to start a fight tonight, dog. It doesn't look that hard. Miss me, bro.
Okay. So the only upshot here is if we summon Sawbones, it's going to be another life every turn that it's up.
Okay.
But that will require us to spend the Murderous Rabble offensively this turn. I think that's okay. Or not spend it offensively this turn, I should say. So we'll lose the points of offense if we do that. So I think... Yeah, I just want to play Murderous Rabble, Conk, Limpet, Rigor Mortis.
Okay, so... Oh, we've hit that point in the night. Talishar has to crash for like 15 seconds before we can do anything.
Please. Talishar, no.
Dude, Talishar kills me with this nonsense. This happens about once a night. I don't know like what it is. All right.
There we go.
So, Murderous Rabble. No one hit effector.
Blue.
We do hit a
Nice.
flying high. Do we play the swell here now?
We play the swell.
I mean, I guess it's technically just like less resources.
It's just one more damage. Yeah, we can.
It's one less resource. Does that matter? Right? Because we have 6 in hand versus like the 5.
It does matter. We will not. We'll do the con.
Okay, so we're going to throw Conquer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gosh, Conquer of the High Seas is so good.
Oh, yeah.
I think Volva's like not a bad Guardian right now. Like, to be honest, Cody. Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
There is an option here where, yes, chat can't see this. Taylor. So there's the option here of we can do the point, the line that is better point wise, where we play the limpet, but it takes the on hit of the loot the hold.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I guess no. Wait, chat can't see it, right? It's just us.
Oh, that's right. Chat can't see the actual messages. I forgot that the chat is actually blocked off. So Taylor said, "Can chat see this?" I said yes, and he said, "Never mind then." Oh, I'm sorry, Sam. Okay, so we're throwing Conk, and then what's happening after this?
The options are that we either play Limpet, and he gives us 1 card to stop it, or we crack a gold, summon Sawbones, and now it has the lethal, and makes him give us 2 cards or discard. I think it's actually better to crack the gold, get the blue, and play Sawbones.
Okay. So we draw a card. You said we're going to play Sawbones?
Yep, play Sawbones and swing him.
Have we made a gold this turn? We did. We got his arsenal, so we can hook here, right?
Yep. We get 2 gold on hit. Got him.
It's free. It's free real estate. We lose, I'm going to cry.
If we were Crazy God gamers, we could activate it again and just do all of it, and then we lose the hook thing anyway. But this.
Yo, Taylor, like peak trolling right now.
It's the new blue is what it is. You just can't put it in the deck yet.
Oh,
it's not a real card.
Gotcha. I guess swell first.
Yeah, we're never getting back to it. You can just throw whatever at the bottom.
That's fair. So Blood in the Water, just a 0 for 4 here.
Well, we haven't checked the top of the deck. It might be more.
Oh, that's right. I forget some of these are off the top of the deck. Hey, Damien, what's up, dude?
Oh, he'd be fishing.
Oh, he's looking. He's looking. Do you think that 1 loan shark is fine? Ooh, what do you think about 1 loan shark instead of 3, Sam?
I've been thinking about trimming that card. There are definitely times when I don't need it at all. Oh, this is bad. Is it Codex or is it... Okay. It was almost horrible for him. What's he gonna get?
It's funny because I'm so used to all the decks I play, just like he gets the shark. But like he actually has to think about it a little bit here, I think.
He's gonna get the shark.
He gets Kraken. So he gets the non-attack action one.
Which doesn't do anything to us. I think we get the conch. And we are going to discard a blue. Doesn't matter which one.
Okay. And then...
That's Compass.
I guess we'll let the hook resolve. And then when he goes to attack, we're going to Compass.
Unfortunate. Oh, wait. That's insane. Never mind. This is nuts.
So we get to swell into this, right?
Yeah, we do.
So this is 10. We can block with hook and Blood in the Water.
So
we could save the Blood in the Water.
I think we played the Blood in the Water.
Okay. So block hook and Blood in the Water here.
So our lines can be either we play Conquer the High Seas into Limpet into Sawbones. So we do 16 damage. Or we can swell, and that's 13, but keep a conch for the following turn. So yeah, I don't think we won't even work. So I would just Blood in the Water. No, we'll keep it. We'll Arsenal it then. We'll just play the.
So we're gonna go to
yeah.
1.
Yeah, we'll go to 1.
Okay.
Because his blood could block out 6 on the following turn.
Okay. He steals one of our golds.
No.
So the
Not my
Conqueror comes in for
gold.
7 because of the frailty.
Yep.
So we're just gonna go 7. Should we lead on Limpet?
He knows it's in there. It doesn't matter.
Okay, so we're just gonna go 7.
Yeah.
It's gonna
We should
be
activate Sovereigns to save 1 life last turn. Whoopsie.
oh
I forgot those on the board.
Rut-row. Blowout.
I mean,
It doesn't matter because
Kind of.
damage is what we're after here. I feel like, but
exactly.
and then we get to go Limpet.
Yep. And then we say, give us 2 more cards, please.
Are we supposed to activate Hook there?
We are. It's okay.
Because if he wants to give us all 3 cards, we're just okay with that, right?
Oh, yeah. Gold gives them the out of pitching a blue, drawing 3 oak, and then, or this. That works too.
That also is just insane. So Blood in the Water, we have at least 10 block.
And that's the max that he can throw at us, so it doesn't matter. We're living this turn.
He loads a Harpoon. Trying to think like if he does load.
He made him.
Ooh.
He made a mistake. He should have Marlin first. Do you have 2 more blues?
Come on, Taylor. Yeah. Yes.
Compass.
Yep. So I mean, I guess we could just technically hit an ally off the top like this,
Exactly. That's what we're gonna do.
and so we're gonna do that.
And then we're playing around Rain Razors. Woo!
You love to see it. Top of the deck. And then, are we leading on Rabble here?
Yep, we'll lead on Rabble. We'll probably end up playing Tip the Barkeep to get the rum and then swing 12. 14, actually.
I was like, it's 14, right?
Yep.
So we get to play this.
We have resources for both limpets.
Yep. So we get to put Limpet into play. And then it is 2 go again. I guess I'll wait to use the rum token. Not that it really matters.
Yep. Yeah, he's dead here anyway.
I appreciate Taylor playing it out to the end. Taylor being a good sport. All right, and this is the nail in the coffin here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, we did it. We beat Marlin. Best deck in the format. Oh man, that is too funny. I love it. So it seems like we missed a couple of we missed like a point or two off of like a Sawbones activation there that we could have like saved some life there, but otherwise like I don't think there was any like really like glaring mistakes from what I noticed. I mean, not that I would really know if we're making glaring mistakes, to be honest, but it sounds good. Sounds good when we're in front of the camera.
I always play perfectly. What are you talking about?
Exactly. Yes. Sam gets it. Absolutely. Oh, this deck still seems bonkers. I agree. I think the deck is still very good. Like, I think Grady's still going to be very good.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely took the heat off the top of his deck a little bit with the Tipple Ban, but it's still probably at least an A-tier deck, How high up it goes, I don't know. You definitely are more susceptible to aggro decks, I think, but... Oh, geez.
Yo, what? Do we want to go first or second? We're about to get fatigued.
We're going to go first.
Do you have a Huntsman button?
I don't think I do. let's click the Slippy button.
Okay. All right.
And then let's
So
look at the sideboard from there. Let's see. I think we definitely want Mage Master Boots.
fair.
And
I
let's
assume
see.
Crown of Providence here.
Yes.
All right, and then
This is a fatigue matchup for sure. I want to bring in Leyline and Limpets.
so the ley line, the two limpets.
Let's bring in the GNQ and
Oh, give no quarter.
oh yeah, sorry, Give No Quarter.
Yep. No, you're good, man.
And then Humperdinck and Ruby Amulet.
And the ruby amulet. Taylor said, "Can't say I didn't try." Taylor, it was a close game, dude. It was a close game.
Yeah, that turn 0 really almost like messed us up pretty bad, and then we drew into the nuts. So
We were sweating.
Ooh, all right. So I definitely want to pitch the Give No Quarter.
To
I
Restless
want to summon
Bones.
the Sawbones first. So yeah, we'll Restless Bones. Get rid. It's Compass. It's Compass. You can do it in response to the trigger. You don't have to even, but
Courtside
there's not one on
exchange.
top. All right, perfect.
So we're gonna discard the Sawbones. You said.
Yeah, let's discard the Sawbones.
Save that scuba for later. Getting a defense reaction
Yeah.
here. You'll love to see it.
Oh, is it the thing? Is it the new card?
There's no shot.
It is.
Turn 0, we get Hunter or Hunted? Yo,
That's unfortunate.
what is this? Turn 0? Oh, come on, dude.
But if they had to eat a card out of the deck, I'm not super worried about them ripping Portside.
I mean, fair. But still. Yeah.
All right. So, we could just run Scuba out because I don't really want to Arsenal it. I'm not thrilled about summoning Sawbones just to die.
Okay.
Scuba is great into fatigue, but I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with normal stuff to begin with.
Okay.
I think I'm okay with giving up one Scuba and just like slapping it in play and saying deal with it.
Okay.
Jeez, okay, he's just got the nuts turn 0.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My man's sitting over there. He's like, oh, yeah. It's all coming together. It's nonsense. Baloney. Yo, we are actually being hunted right now. Okay.
All right.
I mean, this is fine. We're taking some of the heat off us this turn. Like they're spending a card basically, and like they're spending 2 cards out of their hand, 1 out of their deck, just to be able to get rid of this.
This is for 3 or 2? This is for 2.
Yep. This is for 2.
So I want to Compass.
Okay.
Or is the Erecting trigger already gone on the stack or not?
It's already happened.
This
He
is
left
something.
it there on top.
Okay, cool. All right, then I want to just block with the Sloop here. If they have a pump, I'm not really that upset about it to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
So you get the Tipple out of our deck. I'm assuming it's going to be Restless Bones discarding Chum, and then we're going to put
Exactly.
Sawbones into play, and we're going to activate Death Threads to attack with it.
Yeah, see, you're getting it.
Hey, let's go. We're like 1 for 12 on guessing lines so far tonight, but that's okay. That 1 is all I need to get hooked to playing Gravy Bones. Put this into play, activate Dead Threads, get in the bread zone. Slowly but surely, I'm like starting to figure out some of the lines. I think one of the biggest issues that I have with like potentially trying to learn this deck is figuring out like how to value which blues situationally. Like I feel like that's something that like I'll have to like try to put together more.
It's very fair.
Maybe.
Taking 6.
Okay.
That's so good for us. Holy shit.
I'm very surprised to see them take 6 here.
Scar Summons, sure. That's why they want to be lower life, but that accelerates our game plan, so we're not upset about it.
Maybe they're not full fatigue.
I mean, this is just like we started a Gravy Bones lobby. This is like par for the course for me.
Yeah. No,
if someone joins, they normally have like red and yellow scar for a scar.
they're just trying to like test, I guess, or something like that. More like aggro Graves 96. Yo, channel rebranding confirmed.
I want a compass before blocks.
Okay. We have another loan
Loan
shark.
shark is on top. So I think we're gonna block with Jittery and Hook.
Okay. Just trying to keep cards in the deck here. Hopefully not getting blown out by another shred.
He's really got the nuts. He's really got the nuts.
I mean, you know, like I feel like a like hardcore fatigue deck like this with Eradicate and like Sigils has potential to try and do something against us.
For sure.
All right, so we have a chum.
So I think we're going to take a pretty anemic turn to kind of set up here. I want to play Lone Shark, Murderous Rabble for 2, pass. And it's a pirate attack. You could hook this if you wanted to, but there's no way he doesn't block.
I mean, we might as well. It's free, so. And we get to just set up to loot the hold.
He wants to keep his whole hand. That's crazy.
That's terrifying.
All right, deck likes to fight us a little bit. It's okay.
So we'll take one here. I don't really think there's a reason to block this.
Yep, it has no on hit. Our hand doesn't have attack actions.
Facts. Again, not something that comes up for me very often. Ooh, he's going to give this go again with that coercive tendency card.
Yeah, I think so. God, what is that card? I have to look up what that card does. Is it pump as well?
Let's pull it up for all the viewers at home. Coercive Tendency is a 0-cost assassin attack reaction. Look at the top 3 cards of the defending hero's deck, put them back in any order, then banish the top card. If you complete a contract this way, your assassin attacks get go again this combat chain. Looking to banish cards with cost 1 or less. So, quite a few cards you can make this happen with.
Problem is our hand doesn't really do a ton to begin with.
Sure.
I think I would start activating Gravy here.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty happy. Yeah, just kind of blocking a fair amount this turn.
Okay.
It's going to be Course of Tendency. He's going to get 2 cards off the top of the deck and then come in for another. Probably at a break point as well. I think I would block Tip and Flying High.
Okay.
Let's
I'm here for that. Let's try it.
Go. You love to see it.
Yo, Big Shrimp, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate that. It means a whole lot. Appreciate you for being here.
And then Tendency. Flick Knives. Graven Call is gonna. Oh, he wants a Black Technic. Okay, all right.
I did
so
not
get Graven Call going, maybe.
Yeah, I was like Graven Call and does hit the contract there. Plus, you can just get back the Black Tech Whisperers. There's already 5 silver over there.
Yep. I forget. Does Graven let you do from inventory? Am I even like thinking the right card?
Graven Call's the one that gets counters and comes back.
Yeah, I think that one has to be in the graveyard. Okay. All right.
So they throw Command and Conquer at us. I mean, I think we're just crowning this away, or do we just want to block 6 here?
Pretty happy blocking 6 and resetting the turn.
Okay. So we block 6.
We'll take 2 to Loan Shark. It'll be fine.
So we're just going to pass. Fall down to 32.
And we got a playable hand. All right.
I was like, this hand looks pretty good. Up 6. Pitching to get back to Spider's Bite here. Spider's Bite for 5.
Yep, not interested in blocking this.
Okay, so we're just going to take 5 here.
He's pitching a Course of Tendency. There's 1. And Sirens. Okay, so we're just like full on fatigue and value here.
All right, so this is like a little
I'm
Ira
gonna
play
Compass
on here.
here.
Okay. We have a Swell.
The Swell on top. Sick. Okay. I think we are taking 6 and finally starting to come on the offensive a little. So we can deal with us.
I like it. We are in open CC. Yes, we are playing an open CC right now, Wally.
Hey, what's up, Dylan? So yeah, I want to play the chart.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah! I would love my free gold. Let's go ahead and Restless Bones, discarding the Scuba.
Yep. Perfect. And then we could put a Chum into play. I think there's still a Chum. Yeah, we have Chum and we have a Scuba now.
I want to Chum and I want to hook it.
And then being able to cycle back in that ley line's pretty solid here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this connects. We're going to break the combat chain. We're going to play Chum. You said we're going to hook it and we're going to get in here?
Yeah.
Oh, we made a gold off chart.
Yeah, we made a gold off chart. I think you could consider playing Loot the Hold because he didn't block the 6 attack. But he has Black Text up, so I'm not really incentivized. Just say 1 card is enough for me to give up a card.
Okay. So you think no?
Yeah, I think no.
Okay.
And I think he's pretty incentivized to block this already with the hook activation, so.
That makes sense.
No.
Defense reaction?
React.
It's got to
be.
be.
The blue again? It's the same. Okay. Very fine. Okay. This is a pretty good hand.
I was like, this looks like this coming together pretty well. Surgical. So there is clearly a coercive tendency in hand.
Or a shred.
Could be just be a shred. Yep.
Let's Compass.
Scuba?
Scuba on top. Okay. I think I'm incentivized to activate Gravy here.
Oh. So we activate Compass. Scuba on top. We activate Gravy Bones.
I think I'm going to value the Sawbones highest.
So discarding the Sawbones here?
Yeah. And then you can't take 2 allies out of the deck with 1 card.
Okay.
And I think we're just going to eat it.
Okay.
Yep, there it is. And he pitched a codex to do this as well, so that's interesting.
I wonder if there's another codex. So this gets go again. Gonna take a card from our hand. Was kind of expecting the Mask of Perdition there as well, just for extra cards.
Yeah, he's got the silver for it at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Takes our Scuba.
Nice. That's the worst one he could have picked.
Worst one for him or worst one for us?
For him.
Okay. So is it Conquer, Loot the Hold, Sawbones, Attack with Chum?
Yeah, I would do that.
Like, there's probably just a defense reaction in Arsenal since, like, they actively saw the
He
Conquer.
snapped it. Yeah.
Okay. Man, this is insane.
His deck's lining up pretty well. It's all right.
The hunted cards kind of juice. All the copies of Tip the
Yeah.
Barkeep.
Okay.
And
We'll
then
play the loot.
play Loot to Hold. We get to put Sawbones in play. We did not make it gold, so it's just going to be attack for 4.
Another defense reaction.
Yep, another sink
All
blow.
right.
I mean, it's fine because it means he's not playing offense, which means like it sets us up to play better offense next turn, hopefully.
Yeah, there's no way he deals with both of these as well, so. Yep, that's fine.
We're just going to let this happen.
Yep.
Gets rid of our Sawbones. Where's
Tunic. Gravekeeping, huh?
Yo, we're on all the saws right now.
Yeah, we are teched. All right. That's fine. He's gonna hit scuba, I would imagine.
Probably.
Yeah. All right, let's compass. Oh.
Oh,
Got the trigger finger.
I'm telling you, man. Doing stuff before that is just like feels so like.
Compass.
Oh my god. Ugh. Jeez. My opponent's sitting over there going, "Get it together, big fella." You know what? We're gonna compass now.
Ah, interesting. Okay. That's not good for us to see off the top of the deck right now.
Are we just blocking with Blood in the Water here?
Man, there's no good options here.
This hand does not feel great.
Hmm. Oh man. I think. Oh, this is just terrible.
I mean, I think we're just blocking with Blood in the Water and discarding the Whaler, right? And just kind of like maybe we can activate Gravy to discard the Chum.
I think we block with Crown of Providence. Bottom the Humperdinck.
Okay.
All right. Are we God Gamers? Do we hit a blue off the top?
Off the Swale? Or do you mean like off the Gravy activation?
Either one. I think we're going to need both.
I mean, I guess technically we could pitch the Swell to gold here, if that's what you were thinking as well.
If we're going to do that, I think we want a Gravy to get the Chum in the graveyard.
Okay. Well, we'll start there. Let's go. We're not in a great spot, so
All right. Okay. Call the Grave is. So. I think it's Call to the Grave. for yes, Cold Degree for back alley.
Okay.
We're gonna summon a chum. I think we're gonna actually because we could just IP ourselves, but IPing ourselves with a red is really bad.
Okay.
I think we're just gonna end up pitching this Blood in the Water.
So pitch, swell, and blood in the water.
Yeah. And let's go ahead and come in for 4.
Yo, gravekeeping's hot. Are we attacking for 4 again, or are we putting the ruby amulet in play?
We're gonna attack for 4 again. I was considering hooking here. I think that's probably not good enough
Okay.
because black texts are still on the board.
I was like, yeah, like it just kind of like it only forces 1 card. I mean, with 7 gold in play, I don't know that we're ever gonna really find an opportune time to be able to do hook in like a perfect way. This has to be a shred, right?
We've have we played all 3 chums, or is there one left? There's 1, right?
There's 1 left.
All right. I think I'm giving a. I think I'm giving Murderous Rabble and Death Threads here, and then responding with Blood in the Water.
Okay, so we let them Huntsman first.
The other option is to Compass, and if we see an ally on top, we could block with
No.
the Tipple.
Please tell me the game did not crash. Okay, thank God. I thought the game
Okay.
crashed. All right, so they put the top card at the bottom.
Compass here?
Give no quarter.
Give no quarter. Okay.
You said Rabble and Dead Threads, right?
Yeah, I think we're doing Rabble and Death Thread. Sure.
And they're going to shred the Rabble, and then we'll just go ahead and get Blood in the Water. No discard here.
Red Shred. That is egregious.
Oh, nothing says you mean it like Red Shred. Let me tell you. Andrew asked, why not pinch the Conqueror last turn and save the defense reaction?
If we're gonna get back into the game, I need him to fall into either the chum trap or we do enough damage and destruction on offense to make him respect us again. And that's why I decided to not do the blood in Arsenal, but do the conch instead. Because this turn is now way more potent. If we drew this exact hand up pitching the conch, we would be doing the Rabble for 3 into a chum, and that's just honestly not very good. I think we're keeping both those on top.
I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. All right, 8 big ones coming at you.
There's the D-React.
3rd defense reaction. Okay. Shoot.
All right, now I want to hook chum.
You got it, dude. It is your world tonight, sir. I'm just living in it. All right, so we get the hook. Hit him a little chum action here. We dare you to block.
Yes, give me 2 cards. Please give me 2 cards.
Oh my gosh. That's such a win
this
for
hook
us.
is worth 1,000,000 points. That's
right.
so good.
Hook down. We'll go I first.
Okay.
Do we want to start with Compass here? I don't feel like it really matters.
We're not gonna get to the top of the deck no matter what. Our options here, because I don't think there's any allies in grave, correct? It's just the Ruby Amulet.
Yes, it's just the amulet.
Yes. So we could play a Loot the Hold into Chum. That's just not good enough. Nah, it's never good enough.
We just have to
we're gonna
conquer,
go ahead.
right?
Yeah, we're gonna conk into chum.
And we're just gonna
And
arsenal.
we're not gonna arsenal it, so we can activate chum with it immediately. Unless they block with a lot of cards here.
Okay. And then you said we're going to attack with one.
Yep.
And then
If he gives... Okay, he doesn't give cards here, then we don't arsenal it. If he gave us cards here, we would activate the other chum, discard the Rigor Mortis to filter it, and then draw up a fresh hand.
So since he didn't, are we just going to keep it in hand?
Yeah, we're going to keep it in hand now.
Okay. Wish this was a blue.
What the heck is
So they're going to tunic into like a 1 for 5. So I think we should activate this one.
Activate the other chum, yeah.
This could be a trap from them. And if it is, like, it's very well played. But my gut's telling me that this is tunic into like a 1 for 5 here.
It's the only thing that makes sense, I think, right? Like,
there's no other reason they wouldn't have just like sent dagger at us for 5.
yeah.
There it is.
And that doesn't even work. You can't put something at the bottom if you attack an ally.
Does nothing. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna play. Well, let's see what the top of the deck is, because we could interact it with Restless. Let's see. Okay, that's not good enough. We're gonna go ahead and play Flying High, and I want the gold to be on the Rigor Mortis hit. So let's go ahead and summon Rigor Mortis and swing him.
Want the gold.
Oh, sorry, I'm conflating this with a Vasti. There's no gold on this. Never mind.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
So we're going to pitch the Rigor Mortis.
Yep.
We're going to attack for 6 here.
Yep.
Because this has go again for the Flying High. We then get to attack with Chum, and we get to Arsenal Restless Bones. Is there any consideration?
Regicide.
Yo, our opponent's on the sauce. Is there any consideration to putting Amulet in play here?
No.
Okay. It's crazy how well we're playing against Fatigue right now.
And this is the thing. He's banished 11 cards from our deck. We are down, let's see, even less than that. This isn't the end of the world if he banishes it. Our hand is kind of really good regardless. Man, it would have been so good if the Diamond Amulet was Jittery Bones last turn. It is what it is.
Oh, I know. All right, so they sunk the top card. Do we want to Compass in response here?
Or
do we just not care?
We're going to block this no matter what happens.
Okay.
And we can Compass after this hits, so we can see if the Swell will hit.
Okay, so like we can Compass on our turn, basically.
Yeah, we want the information later. Perdition, sure, whatever. We're swiftly getting to the point where the deck damage isn't.
Okay, so we go down to 10. They're going to go back up to 14. Okay. Just let the man put the amulet in play. Listen, Cody, I can't help myself, okay?
All right, let's Compass.
All right, so we're going to start with Compass. We have a Sawbones.
Oh. Ooh, interesting. Okay, I want to jittery the Sawbones off the top.
Go. You
Okay.
love to see
Yo,
it.
Rex, Sermon, thank you so much for the sub on YouTube. Appreciate that whole bunch. Thanks for being here and hanging out. Guys, I appreciate y'all chilling while me and Sam are playing some Gravy Bones tonight. All right, sorry, you said you want to Compass and get rid of the top? Or, I'm sorry, you want to Jittery Bones?
Jittery, yes, get rid of the top.
Okay, so we get rid of the top, which is a Sawbones, Value Town, Population Us. And then we're going to put the amulet in play? I'm kidding. I'm trolling now.
So I want a Mage Master Boots here, and I'm thinking, is it better to... I think it's better to do the Diamond Amulet.
So we're going to break the combat chain.
Yeah.
Play the Sawbones.
Okay, so we need resources if we do that. Let's see. Yeah, let's... Oh, man. Slippet says you have to deal with me.
Okay.
Someone's does too. Yeah, I think we're gonna play Sawbones out.
Pitching to swell.
Yes, pitching swell.
Okay, so we run this out. And you said you want to Mage Master Boots into the amulet?
Yeah.
And then we're going to pitch Limpet for Sawbones, I guess. It doesn't matter.
Yep. And then we're gonna break Amulet and swing with Rigor Mortis.
Oh, so we are going to use both here. We are going to come away with the amulet. Yep. Okay. I didn't know if we were going to try and set this up for another turn, but I guess 6 into 6 is pretty good.
Yeah.
We get a shelter. So they take 2. We're going to break the Diamond Amulet, gain an action point, and then we're going to come in with Rigor Mortis for 6. Man, if there is an ally on top of the deck.
See after the Huntsman trigger.
I left it on top.
Let's see what's on top. Compass time.
So we compass. Chart the high seas. Do we need chart the high seas?
We do not. I think I want to block for 3. If we take 4, I'm not that upset about it. So let's block with the Restless Bones. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Ooh, this is Codex. That's rough.
It's probably Codex. Games, I mean, this is turn 11. So this is probably Codex.
Yeah, it's Codex. Oh, no, you just want to buy it back. Okay.
So on our turn,
we can do your favorite thing. We can play the Call to the Grave.
okay. Are we going to get Limpet here?
Yes.
So that we can play one of the ley lines?
Yeah, let's do Limpet.
And then play Limpet, I assume.
Yep, play Limpet.
Play a ley line.
Play ley line.
Limpet for 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get to throw Rigor Mortis. I guess we should have prevented 1 more damage with the Sawbones.
Oh, yes. God, I forgot that so many times on Talistra today.
I was like, dude, that is like the second, like that's the second time just tonight we forgot the Sawbones, and it's like those are points that like add up. We're gonna attack with it to make ourselves feel better about it. Feels better if we attack with it, right?
All right, this does say give us at least a card.
All right, so they go down to 3. Then they go back to 4. We have a
activate Chum immediately. Chum immediately.
okay.
Pass.
Wow.
Deal.
So we just go to our turn.
Yep.
We're gonna start with Compass, I guess.
Sure, it doesn't matter.
I was like, does it matter?
No, it doesn't. We'll know card that we're drawing next turn.
Swell.
Ooh, a swell. All right, so let's play Tipple. No discard, of course.
Pitching Loot to Hold.
Yep.
Okay. And then we get to go Limpet into 6 more.
Yep. Arsenal
Move
and
this
B
up
react.
here. I love having these allies in play and just like how powerful they are. Oh, hey, is that the new card?
Sure is.
That card seems really good. And we're gonna pull the feels bad attack with Sawbones again. I mean, we didn't need to block with it that turn, but still, like,
Yeah.
as long as that thing is untapped, I will be attacking with it for 6.
Just a D react, okay.
Shelter, okay. That puts them down to 2. We have a Blood in the Water and an Arsenal in our arsenal here.
All right, we want to navigate this give no quarter into Arsenal. Feel bad.
We want to navigate the give no quarter into Arsenal, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so
This may be bad. Do we have any way left to think? Oh, this might be rough.
I honestly don't know at this point.
If you sort it, I could tell you.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm not like sweating my butt off. I can just do this. We have a rigor mortis and an amulet.
Yes, we have 2 ways to discard the Humperdinck still. Okay, all right.
All right, so we're gonna let the Huntsman trigger resolve. They go top. We want to see what it is, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, sure. We're gonna block with Swell.
And then the Blood in the Water.
If we have to, we'll activate Sawbones. If they have a reaction, then we won't.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect.
So
And let's get rid of this Limpet.
Yep, so we're going to let this happen, and then we're going to go... Oh, they're doing the whole thing here. I mean, I guess they're just trying to buy it back. But
Yeah,
good news for us is that they're only going to be able to buy 1 back. So we are going to discard the Limpet.
Yep. And we're not going to navigate this Arsenal. We're going to play the Swell.
So we play the Swell. We get the Swell off the top. This doesn't technically take a card. Now we get to go Limpet, 2/2/6.
Yeah.
I feel like it's so hard to beat this in game from here.
It is. When you start ignoring allies, it gets really hard.
Because now, like, we're just really abusing the go again every turn. Like, I learned very hard, very fast that you have to kill Limpet if you're, like, a grindy deck. And then I still lost. It didn't matter anyway. And again, attack with the Sawbones here. So this forces the last 2 cards. Or a defense reaction and Tunic. Okay.
He can take our 1 Swell that's left in deck. You got it.
It's off the top is what it does?
Yeah, it's off the top. I guess he could have bottomed it.
All right.
All right, we're going to pitch the Humperdinck for sure.
Okay.
And he's in this loop now where he's kind of boned, so we pitch the Humperdinck. We're going to Arsenal the Call to the Grave at the end of this turn.
Okay. Oh, there it is.
Kidding.
Just
I drew no
kidding.
block. Yeah.
Didn't matter.
To kind of like walk out the end game here, there was no way the opponent could win, because what we're going to do is we're going to put Call to the Grave in Arsenal. On the next turn, we're going to play the Call to the Grave to put the Willard Humperdinck into the graveyard. And he has to give us all of his cards every turn because we're going 2/2/6 on just a blue. And so we can just filter our hand while he just gives us all of his cards until we summon the Humperdinck.
Until we get back to the give no quarter.
We don't even have to get back to the give no quarter. Next turn, instead of playing Humperdinck, we can play the Ruby Amulet. And the Ruby Amulet gets us there too.
Okay, so we had 2 outs there, basically.
Yep.
All right, let's go. 3-1. Gravy Bones is not dead. Gravy Bones is not dead. Just in case.
Not by a long shot.
Somebody, and people have asked that tonight, and I don't blame you for asking, okay? Like, now I'm not saying that Huntsman played perfectly, but I am saying we won the game. So, 3-1. That's all I'm saying. We're 3-1. All right. Sam, what closing thoughts do you have for everybody about the new Gravy Bones list? Things you liked tonight, things you didn't like, maybe different iterations you're going to try?
I have a few different iterations in mind right now. This is the one. So as you guys, I want to show this list off tonight, so you guys have something that I know is functional, and you can play at your armories for the next month while we kind of delve into what the best version of Gravy is. This is definitely one that functions. It's kind of close to the list that we took to Nats, and I did pretty well with it. Meta with it. Granted, people weren't running a lot of hate like gravekeeping.
Dog, that was wild. Gravekeeping, I was not ready for.
So I think the style list is definitely pretty decent. You can definitely do just fine with this kind of list. Other iterations I'm thinking about working on are boat-centric lists to kind of deal with the same problems of damage density. The biggest problem that you run into when you run the boat list is that sloops without Conqueror are way worse, because if you don't have the gold to pitch to use your second blue to actually activate the sloop, it's pretty bad, and the consistency of gold in the deck is worse now. So trying to figure out a way to make that work so you can kind of play that. It would probably look something like 9 swells into 6 copies of sloop, something like that, because that's the way to kind of get around it without activating gold. Another option that is a lot more saucy, and I haven't really worked out a way to make it work just yet, but a extremely fatigue-oriented Gravy list, where you are running a ton of like 2 for 8 type plays and triple Whale of Humperdinck. That one's a little experimental right now, but
Yeah,
it's definitely something I've tried out before, and it still beats the crap out of fatigue decks, but it doesn't really do well into act. So
it's still like, it's insane. Like playing Fatigue Gravy sounds, bro. Nah, we're not ending my night that way. Cody said, "I feel honored to be the one in that 3-1." So our one loss being to Volda, I feel like kind of speaks to, being able to dominate, like that powerful Volda effect. I feel like might be the better Guardian choice right now in CC with everything going on. Like, I just think Volda's probably better than any other Guardian right now. I don't know, Sam. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think Volda's kind of lit. I'm not gonna. That deck does some really, really cool stuff. I almost took it to Kansas City, but it talked me.
Okay, let's go. I like it, dude.
I think that deck is pretty good. I think you have 2 kind of iterations right now where you're a higher density of crush and not heave cards, and then a different iteration where just without on hits.
Okay.
And the heave cards definitely make it more consistent, and you like smash mid range really hard, but you don't do a ton into aggro is the problem. And I've been having some fun experimenting with those too, because nothing is like, people love playing Azalea to just dominate out of the game. This is the same thing. You're just like, I'm playing a 2-card 10 essentially with dominate.
Right. No, for sure. And being able to dominate like that is so cool. And it honestly probably gives you like play potential into like Verdants too. Just to be able to like try to dominate them out of the game. I don't know how consistently you could do it, but it's possible. So
my list right now has 2 smashing good times. I'm coping on the Verdants matchup.
Yes. Yes. I own 3 foil smashing good times for my Victor deck. So yes, make that card good. I want that card to fit into my Volda deck as well. Oh man. Sam, thank you so much for coming by, man, tonight and doing this and hanging out, brother. I really appreciate it. God knows you had to do most of the steering tonight, so I am eternally grateful for that, man. I really appreciate it. I tried to put that Ruby Amulet in play like 4 or 5 times that last game.
It's mostly in there as like a consistency, and if you find the wiggle room to we were going to eventually play it out that game, so we just wanted to find the space, and we finally got there where they just had to give us their whole hand. And that's kind of how it goes. You just need to be able to resolve. Kind of helps you get there.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, just pressuring them to try to get back into the game makes a lot of sense, because I feel like if we'd played it out my way, I would have wanted to set up and then we would have just died shortly after that, like after like putting the Ruby Amulet in play. So no, it makes a lot of sense. But yeah, seriously, dude, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. You being on and teaching us about Gravy, and also providing your list with the full matchup cyborg guide, dude. That is like some serious like Pog Champ shit right there. I think everybody's gonna be very grateful for that. I've seen about 8 to 10 people do ! Deck in the chat, so there's gonna be a lot of very happy people leaving the stream tonight. And guys, don't forget, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Also, make sure you check out Sam's content. He does stuff he's on the Card Guys. If you didn't know that, I feel like you're living under a rock. But the Card Guys have a great YouTube channel where they put out a lot of great streams, a lot of great videos, and they also have a lot of great Patreon content. Patreon.com, like the Card Guys, how you search for it. I don't really know like if it's / or what. But yeah, you guys should check it out. Sam does all kinds of like great articles and like great like deep dives into decks, especially for things releasing. I'm sure Sam will have something cool worked up coming into Super Slam here in the next few weeks. I have no doubt my man has come up with something cool for us. So
that's the hard part, man. These heroes are so specific. I need to see even the commons and rares to really work. Okay, but I've got some exciting thoughts. I did not avoid spoilers, so I'm still mulling over all of the new things that are in there, and I won't spoil it for anybody, but there's some saucy stuff in there. I'm excited.
You know what? If you're trying to like use the leaks as like a way to like try and get like more like, you know, like consistent content, or like a way to like try and like get like more informed content, I guess, for people who are looking to like purchase guides for heroes early on, then I think that's like the one time I would say, you know what, you get a pass for looking at the leaks.
Yeah.
Like,
And, you know, it's not like I'm going to share it before they get leaked or like officially spoiled.
Sure.
So, you know, it's going to come out in a timely manner when I see all of the whole set and I have a little bit of time to work with it. Kind of like how we did with the High Seas, where we put out the Puffin list and then we put out our Gravy list. We kind of gave up on Marlin after a little bit. We put out our Gravy list immediately when we went to Nats to see it. So we'll probably do the same thing. This is coming out right. So we'll probably be shifting out a few different deck techs and guides as soon as that set comes out and we're getting ready for Worlds. So be on the lookout if you're interested in that stuff.
I was like, guys, you heard it here first. Be on the lookout for that. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out. Have a good night, and I will see you guys on Thursday. Take it easy, guys.
Oh, we did not give up on Puff and Emma.
Oh, we're ending it just like that. Kyle requested 5 subs of water. Fucking weeb. It was not water.